Thanos here to snap reality back into y'all ass. You better hope y'all don't go on a 2-game losing streak, cause You better hope. You better hope. You better hope. Because I know my team, we could lose some games and still make the playoffs. I know the identity of my club. Y'all not built like that though.
But here at Philly Fresh, you hear it right now. When I get my quarterback next year, I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up to your stadium, and I'm going to look you in your eye. And I want the same energy that you had last night, this night. I want this same energy when I get number 4 back. I'm going to look you in your eye. Whatever your stadium called, I'm pulling up.
What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy J Tuck. Yo, Cowboys Nation, stand up. Hey, yo, if Cowboys Nation, go ahead. I need all my Cowboys fans right now to post them 5 rings in that chat. Go ahead, light up, light up, light up. Let these birds know what's about to go down tonight. But hey, we appreciate each and every one of y'all. I know we had a schedule for yesterday, but me and Brunson talked about it yesterday. It was like it wasn't the proper time, so we pushed it back to today. So we got a lot of things to talk about. Now, first and foremost, I want to say this. And y'all know, everyone who watches my channel knows this. When I have a guest on my channel, it's my house, and we will respect my guest in my house. Now, everybody in the chat, if they die, they die. But we gonna show our guest the ultimate respect, man. And this guy, you know, I kind of was late coming across him, to be honest with you. And when I saw him, I was like, man, I like him. He reminds me a lot of me. He's like the Eagles version of me. So a lot of people's been like, yo, Tuck, you and Brunson, y'all definitely got to join up for a show. We haven't gotten to do it. But tonight, we got some things we got to talk about. So we got the Broadsheet Bully in the building. We got the Cowboys Nation Bully in the building. We're going to talk about a lot tonight. Chat, do y'all thing. Light them birds on fire. But CFO fam, let's give a warm welcome to my guy, Brunson in the building. What's going on, bro? Nah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, we cool off of this, but right now, man, we gotta roll up the sleeves a little bit, man. Cause I seen your tweets, and I was like, nah, bro, I can't let it slide. Now I know it's already in May, you know, and we got a lot to go until we play each other in week 6, but we gotta get this out the way and get this cleared up, man. But for the people who are seeing you for the first time, go ahead and let everybody know they can find you, bro.
So you could Google it, whatever. Just Lord Brunson. There's only one of me, I think, and that's where you can find me, man.
Okay, they said they can't hear you. You see, that's why they couldn't hear you, because I had them on mute. I had them on mute because this is our house, Cowboys Nation, so I control that button. So if I want to mute them, I can mute them at any time. So y'all let me know if I need to mute them. But go ahead, y'all can find him on Lord Brunson. He makes incredible music. You know, he be rapping about some old trophies and whatnot, but he be going hard. I can't even front the music, man. So we got some things we want to talk about. So I'm gonna put the ball in your court, bro, because you said that you wanted to teach us a history lesson. So do you want to start historically, or do you want to start right now? Wherever you want to go, we can go. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we could just start it off like this. Who do you think is better this season?
As of right now?
Who do you think is better? We
going just purely off paper?
No. What your feelings, paper, whatever you feel. Who was better between the Eagles and the Cowboys, based upon the offseason moves both ball clubs made?
So me personally, I still feel the Dallas Cowboys is a better team, but I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles drastically closed the gap. So
drastically closed the gap.
Now, I'm not one of those content creators who can come and tell y'all had a horrible draft. Now, I actually loved y'all draft. I kind of had y'all draft as ranked number 3 overall. You know what I'm saying? So y'all made a lot of phenomenal moves, but I just feel like when it comes to Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles, the main difference is that quarterback position, which we can talk about. Now, granted, you had a strong rookie class. You brought in Reddick, who I think is a phenomenal talent from Carolina as well. You also just brought in Bradbury recently. But I think for the most part, the Cowboys already have their infrastructure in order. Now, the huge question mark when it comes to us, of course, is the wide receiver core moving on from Amari Cooper. But I feel like our offensive line has gotten better. I trust our quarterback better. I think that our running back is going to be better than what you guys have, even though you guys have a little bit more depth. And I feel like our defense is drastically improved, and I trust our coaching. So if I had to give the nod, I'm going to give it to Dallas Cowboys. But let's say, for instance, last year, the gap margin was like this. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was able to make the bets I did with Joe and Philly Mike and Philly Notion, because I knew the gap was drastically different. Now, right now, it's thin. It's really thin. So like I said, I'm not going to sit here and cap on y'all all season. Y'all made a lot of great moves. But I feel like right now, if I got to give the nod to the better team, it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys, just due to our quarterback and what's already in place.
See, I think the gap is closer at quarterback than a lot of people think. I think it'll be proven to be closer this year. I think Jalen Hurts is just poised to make that next leap. I mean, he can't get worse.
Right.
And as far as Dak Prescott goes, I don't think Dak Prescott's ceiling is much more higher than we already saw.
Right.
So if you're talking about ceilings, I think Jalen Hurts got the higher ceiling than Dak Prescott because he got more room to grow. Now, the weapons are a concern for me in Dallas. If you're looking at the Dallas Cowboys, because we didn't really see Dak Prescott flourish until he got Amari Cooper. Now you got Amari Cooper out of the picture. I think James Washington was in OTAs with a boot on. What's the other guy? The rookie, he just stretching. He not really doing much. So a lot falls on the shoulders of CeeDee Lamb. Now, when you talk about wide receiver cores in this division, hands down, you would agree that we got the best wide receiver core right now, right?
Well, right now.
Oh, see, you about to start lying already.
No. I'm gonna say right now. Now, are we factoring Michael Gallup?
I mean, availability matters, though.
Yes, I'm saying. So as of right now, yeah. So I would give the nod to the Philadelphia Eagles as far as your wide receiver core right now, because you have, you have Smith. You brought in A.J. Brown. You still have Watkins and some of those guys. So right now, yeah, like I said, that's our biggest question mark is our wide receiver core, especially as the season starts off. But I feel like as it progresses, that's going to be a different conversation.
I think even with a healthy Michael Gallup, we got a better wide receiver core, though.
In what capacity?
I mean, nobody's better than Brown, so that just gives us the best wide receiver out of the two teams anyway. You got a wide receiver better than A.J. Brown?
Yeah.
At proven number one? Who's that, CeeDee Lamb?
But see, if we're not talking about proven, all right, so I'll give you that. So A.J. Brown is more proven than CeeDee Lamb because he's been in the league longer. But I feel like upside potential, CeeDee Lamb has way more upside than what A.J. Brown gives you. Right?
I kind of disagree with that because A.J. Brown's 24 and A.J. Brown's proven at being a number one. CeeDee Lamb is starting all the way over now. He's the number one guy now, I think, going into this year for the Dallas Cowboys. And I think it's going to be a little too much for him. I think he's going to perform. I think he's going to be around 1,000 yards receiving and stuff like that. But I think when it's time for the big moments, when Dak need a big throw, he's going to struggle to find that guy. And I think that's going to leave the window open for us to just probably be better than y'all by like 5 wins this year.
So, 5 wins. We got some. Yeah. We got some talking about. So when you say that CeeDee Lamb isn't a number one wide receiver, what do you mean by that? Because he was our leading wide receiver last year over Amari Cooper.
I agree stat-wise, but he wasn't the guy. He wasn't a number one wide receiver. See, it's a lot of wide receivers in the NFL that eat due to having great counterparts to the side of them, to the left and to the right of them. I think CeeDee Lamb was just a good beneficiary of having Amari Cooper and having, Michael Gallup. Did he ever play with Michael Gallup?
Yeah, but Michael Gallup was out for the majority of the season. So pretty much last year, it was Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. Now, Michael Gallup came back week 7, week 8, and then he got re-injured again with the ACL. But primarily, it was CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper.
That matters, though. A.J. Brown, I think his first 2 years had nobody. He just got Julio this year. I think it was just the A.J. Brown show. Everybody knew he was the guy. People knew you had to double team him. They knew you had to account for the jump ball ability of A.J. Brown. Nobody really had to. I mean, CeeDee Lamb started jumping on the radar late last season. Well, basically the whole last season. I like CeeDee Lamb.
But CeeDee came out the gate. I mean, even his rookie season, because you got to think about his rookie season, he didn't have his quarterback. So CeeDee Lamb, and me and some of my Cowboys fans, we disagree, but CeeDee Lamb was our number one wide receiver the moment we drafted him in 2020. He led our team in targets last year as far as the wide receiver core. So when people say he's not a wide, and you know what I'm saying, I'm not just having this conversation with you as an Eagles fan, it's also with Cowboys fans as well. It's like the people who don't think that CeeDee Lamb is a number one wide receiver.
They saying they can't hear me. You got me muted?
Nah.
Maybe it's me.
You good? I think test.
Test. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me in the chat. Me and you can hear each other.
I can hear you loud and clear. Hold on. Let me see. Test. Nah, you good? I can hear you. They can't hear you?
They saying they can't hear me. Hold on.
They said they can hear you. They said they can hear you, LB.
Oh, they can hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, everyone says you good.
Okay, cool. I'm waiting for them thumbs up. Everybody's saying I'm on mute.
Nah, yeah, I ain't mute you no more.
Oh, they saying we good. It seemed like the Eagles scared me, but everybody else. So we good now?
Yeah, we good.
Thumbs
Yeah,
up.
we good. We good. So,
all right, cool. We straight.
So yeah, so I think the conversation about CeeDee Lamb being a wide receiver, I think they say just from the standpoint of he wasn't the only wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as far as production-wise, target-wise, the way that he played on the field, he did see double team. There was coverage shaded his way. We've seen it all last season. So I feel like that's not a concern. So if you're giving me A.J. Brown versus CeeDee Lamb, I'm taking CeeDee Lamb over A.J. Brown.
And, I'm not mad at that. CeeDee Lamb is a phenomenal wide receiver. I wanted CeeDee Lamb the year he came out drastically. Right. We needed a wide receiver very, very bad. I just want to see how he performs as the guy. Now he's the guy. It's a difference between leading the team in receiving yards and being the guy. Right. I'm just going to keep my eye out on that. I think he got the potential, but I'm going to give the nod to us in the wide receiver department.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Now, as far as defense go, I think that's where we really made our bones this offseason. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to be able to get after a lot of quarterbacks, including Dak Prescott. I think we're going to terrorize the division defensively. I just don't see a lot of quarterbacks that's going to be able to stand in that pocket with the multiple blitz packages that we're capable of bringing. So, now I'm going to say capable.
So go ahead and explain that. So I know that you guys got Jordan Davis. You also added Kobe Dean. You added, I think, Wright as linebacker as well. Reddick, who you mentioned. So tell me about y'all front four and also y'all linebacker core. How's this blitz package going to work out?
So we already know how the front four works. We know you got Fletcher Cox, you got Javon Hargrave, you got Sweat, you got Derek Barnett. The Philadelphia Eagles primarily like to get pressure, just bringing only four. But then when you add a Jordan Davis to the fold, you add that rotational guy to keep guys fresh in the middle at the D tackle position. Mm-hmm. Then you still have these linebackers. We've never had a linebacking core like this. We never had a guy like Kaiser White who led the Chargers in tackles last year. We never had a guy, with the potential of a Kobe Dean. And we've never had a Hassan Reddick on this team who could put his hand in the dirt and play back there with the rest of the linebackers. Now, I can't really predict how we're going to play these guys, but with the personnel that you got to bring pressure with these guys. Now, you got the talent to do so. You got the talent to cover. You got the talent to bring heat. You got the talent to be aggressive. So you got to be aggressive. This job's on the line if you're not aggressive this year. So, we've never seen it. We've never had I don't think the history of me watching Philadelphia Eagles football, we've had a linebacking core this talented. I'm excited to see it. So, I really can't predict how it's going to go. But if it's me, if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm bringing relentless pressure through them A's and them B gaps, man. I mean, you almost have to.
So who's going to be your two wide receivers? Because the majority of the time you're going to be a nickel package, right? So your safety play, that's a question mark who I marked off for you guys. And we'll talk about that here in a second. But is it going to be Dean and White as your primary two nickel safety or two nickel corners? Or nickel linebackers?
It would have to be. In my opinion, they can cover. Dean and White can cover. Hassan Reddick, I don't think you would really want to waste a guy who had 23.5 sacks the last 2 seasons covering all the time. I think when you see him on the field, you better expect the fifth man coming.
So Reddick is going to primarily be your edge guy, right? Because I think he's going to be playing more head in the dirt edge.
I think he's going to have to start off that way because, we're still nursing an injury to Brandon Graham.
Right.
So, you're not going to bring Brandon Graham full speed. We really don't trust Derek Barnett. Mm-hmm. You brung Hassan Reddick to, put his hand in the dirt next to Fletcher and them. And you also brung him to, bring some versatility. So I think the Philadelphia Eagles have the best chance of winning games defensively if you have all of these linebackers on the field at the same time. And if you have all of these linebackers on the field at the same time, Reddick will have to have his hand in the dirt. Right. And, Graham will have to kind of take a back seat as that veteran guy.
Yeah, but I feel like our defense's linebacker core is much better than y'all's because of the ace of Michael Parsons, right?
You just got that guy. You just got that one guy.
But that one guy is a huge, and I think that's the difference between you and us, right? Our one guys is massively upgraded over your one guy. Now I like Nakobe Dean. I know you had the tweet about Nakobe Dean, but let's be clear. As the number one Nakobe Dean fan, and everyone on my channel can attest to that. He ain't no Micah Parsons, bro. He's far from it. And I know that was your tweet, but it's like there's not.
My tweet wasn't that he was Micah Parsons. My tweet was he was capable. He was capable of having a better career. We're not gonna act like we don't know the skill set.
Right. That's what I wanted to clarify. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not. Yeah. We're not going to act like we don't know who Nakobe Dean is. We know who Micah Parsons is.
Right.
I don't even think it's fair right now to compare Micah Parsons to Nakobe Dean.
That's
I think Hassan Reddick.
Yeah.
Right. I think Hassan Reddick is capable of having a better season than him next year. He's proven.
Right.
He's proven. You know what I mean? I think he can have more sacks than him next year. So, in order to get the maximum potential out of Micah Parsons, he got to duplicate that, man. He got to duplicate that. Your one guy might be extraordinary, but what if that one guy get hurt? If Kaiser White get hurt, we could bring in TJ Edwards. Y'all gonna try it out Van Der Esch?
Yeah,
with the neck issues.
Like I said, I think from a depth perspective, you guys have a lot more depth than Dallas Cowboys.
That means more.
Right. You got more.
That means more.
You got more, but I feel like our upside and our star main core players is tremendously more talent as far as compared to what you guys have in house. So let's say, for instance, Micah Parsons doesn't get hurt, right? Then Micah Parsons gives us a huge upgrade over any linebacker core y'all have. That's White, Dean.
I don't think so. I don't think so. One guy can't contribute. One guy
but then we factor in LVE, right? LVE, he's been a starter since 2017, since he came in, so he's solid, right? And then you add in Jabril Cox, who got off to a good start last year before the injury. So I feel like we have some core guys as well, but I feel like Micah Parsons is a much bigger impact player than any guys you have at the linebacker core. Would you agree? I mean, because you said the talent gap is different.
I think if you're talking about the best linebackers in the division, Micah Parsons is at the top of the list.
Okay, cool.
He's the very best linebacker. He's the very best linebacker in the division.
Okay, cool.
But Hassan Reddick right on his heel. This guy had 23. See, it's a difference between having a season that's good, that's always going to be remembered. Is Diggs going to get 11 interceptions again? Hell no. Hell no. I would bet my bottom dollar that doesn't happen again.
He's going to be around 7 or 8.
I mean, but that ain't 11. That's a lot of people around 7 and 8. 11 is exceptional.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just don't see that happening again. And I don't see Micah Parsons having the same level of productivity again either. Everybody knows who Micah Parsons is now. You know what I mean? They know you got to bring help. You can't really leave him out there one-on-one with nobody, or you're going to be in for a long night. Hassan Reddick, he had his year where we said, well, we can't guard him one-on-one. We got to bring help. Then he beat the help. Right. Then he beat the help again. You know what I mean? It's a difference between doing it repeatedly at a high level and doing it 1 year. I think we got the better linebacker core.
But you also got to understand, when it came to Micah Parsons last year, a lot of the stuff we saw him doing is because we had to have him do that because DeMarcus Lawrence was out, right? So that's why he was playing edge. If it wasn't for DeMarcus Lawrence ever getting hurt, you might have never seen Micah Parsons even unlock that potential of playing edge. And I know you kind of said he can't cover. He can cover. That's just not primarily what you want to use him for. You know what I'm saying? Because why would you want your best pass rusher out in coverage? So
it's definitely a double-edged sword for y'all because, like, he got to play edge now. He's a beast.
He's playing linebacker. He's playing linebacker.
He's playing. You think you're gonna get more production at the linebacker spot and versus him having his hand in the dirt?
Yeah,
he's the same as Hassan Reddick.
They're not going to put.
He's the same guy.
They're not going to put Micah's hand in the dirt because they like to move him around the field, as you mentioned, A gap, B gap, off the edge. And we just drafted Sam Williams in the second round, so he's going to be primarily your edge rusher guy. It can kind of get your pressure, so they're not going to have him.
He's trash. He's going to be trash on the next level.
Yeah. We're not going to primarily play him Micah off the edge. Now, me, honestly, last year I was like, just leave him at the edge right there, but they're not going to do it because they need to move him around as a chess piece, and I think Dan Quinn likes that a little bit more than having him just as your standard edge. But you got to think about it, when you have a DeMarcus Lawrence back, you have Osa Odighizuwa, who kind of got shadowed by Micah Parsons' rookie season, but had a phenomenal rookie season as well. You get Neville Gallimore back. You do get Sam Williams and some of these other guys. He's going to get a lot more one-on-one protection coming his way as far as Micah Parsons if you move him around versus if you just have him coming off the edge. And so I don't think that he's going to be our edge guy. You might see in certain situations he's doing that, but for the most part, he's going to be moving around.
I hope y'all do move him around. I really do.
I mean, that's what we did last year, though.
With him not being on the edge, it gives a lot of people way too much time. Give us all the time we need. If you don't put him on the edge, I think that's the best chance for us to, really like do what we want to that defense. Just speaking for us, you know what I mean? If you don't have him on the edge against, y'all played Joe Burrow this year, right?
Yeah, second game.
Y'all played Tom Brady week 1. If you don't have him on the edge against Tom Brady, y'all gonna get blown out.
Nah.
You can't get Brady that time.
Nah.
And it don't matter how well you think he could cover. He can't cover good enough to outsmart Tom Brady yet.
But see, that was the problem week 1 last year, is that they used him as a primary linebacker and they schemed him out the picture. He was in coverage primarily. And then after week 2, they kind of learned, like, that's not what we need him doing. So they want him coming towards the quarterback because Tampa, they had Micah all over the field, all confused, but that was his very first game though. But when I look at your defensive, your roster, like tell me a little bit about your safety play though, because I think that's a huge question mark. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree that it's the weakest part of the defense, but it's not really a question mark in my opinion. I mean, when you got the front seven that we put together, I don't think guys shouldn't have a lot of time. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't have a lot of time to expose your safeties. You got 2 lockdown corners. All you got to do is take away the hot route, in my opinion. Take away the first read. Guys shouldn't even be able to think long enough to throw to the second option with this front seven and the cornerbacks that you got. You got Slay and Bradbury, man. Slay and Bradbury.
So
That's the best cornerback duo in the league. You got to use them right.
So you think that taking away playing more man press covers is what's going to help the Eagles next year and getting pressure?
I think a healthy mix.
Slay and Bradbury with no safety coverage over the top.
I trust Slay with my life with no safety coverage over the top. He gonna get beat every now and then. But Darius Slay, that's what he do.
Marcus Epps, is that his name?
Marcus Epps and Anthony Harris will primarily be the guys back there. I'm not really expecting much out of Kayvon Wallace. So far, he hasn't shown me much. You know what I mean? But probably a special teams guy. But come on, with James Bradbury and Darius Slay, you got to play man sometime. You got to let these guys show why they are who they are.
Right.
So I estimate you really taking away that number one read. If you take away CeeDee Lamb, then Dak Prescott got to think, because you know CeeDee gonna get the targets.
He's not going to probably get all the targets. He still got Dalton Schultz, which is one of Dak's favorite targets. And you also got to add in Jalen Tolbert as well. So I think and that's why when we kind of do the schedule.
I don't have to add in Jalen Tolbert.
Huh?
I don't have to add him in. Here, rookie.
So why? So you ain't got to add our rookies in, but I got to add yours in?
Which one? Which rookie of mine you adding in?
I mean, you mentioned Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean. Like, so what rookies on your roster is supposed to be your impact guys then?
I think Nakobe Dean will be one of the biggest impact guys. Just because we've just been, handcuffed down to bad linebackers in a linebacking core.
Right.
Jordan Davis, in all honesty, if Jordan Davis can outplay if he can outplay Javon Hargrave and Fletcher Cox immediately off the rip, then we got us one.
So it's a possibility that your 2 primary draft picks might start off as rotational guys, right?
That's fair. They're the future. They're the future. We don't have to thrust them into the limelight immediately. We just got to get good production out of them from a backup role stepping forward. Now, if these guys could win meaningful minutes coming out of camp, I'm all for that. But come on, Jordan Davis ain't going to beat out Fletcher Cox, man. Fletcher Cox is a staple in the Philadelphia Eagles culture. Javon Hargrave is on a contract year. Jordan Davis is going to get sprinkled in. Of course, they're going to use him. He was their first-round draft pick. Cool. I'm not expecting Nakobe Dean to come up. Now, Nakobe Dean could beat out T.J. Edwards or Kaiser White. I think the IQ is up there for him. But Jordan Davis got a little uphill battle. Fletcher only on a 1-year deal. He just going to learn from these guys this year.
Right.
Next year, you're going to see who Jordan Davis really is, in my opinion.
So in that case, then, besides Bradbury, Reddick, and then White, it's pretty much the same returning defense that we saw last year, right?
It's not, because now you have rotational guys with a championship pedigree.
Who?
These guys went to Georgia. They just won a national championship. Dean and Jordan
college?
Davis. Yeah, that matters.
All right.
That matters. You know what I mean? Listen, Devontae Smith, Heisman winner.
All right.
Now he's the leading receiver for rookies in Eagles franchise history since Deshaun Jackson. Macklin couldn't do that. Nelson Aguilar couldn't do that. We had a bunch of rookie wide receivers. Rager, nobody could do that. When you bring in guys that got hardware, that matters, man. That you're starting to build a pedigree then. Jordan Davis got an award in college. Damn, I always forget the name of that one. I think he got the best defensive tackle, the award that goes to the best defensive tackle. We know what Nakobe Dean got. He got the Buckus Award. When you bring in guys with that type of pedigree and that type of hardware, and you put them around Super Bowl winning guys and Pro Bowlers who already got a pedigree in the hardware, now you building something that matters. There's a lot of stars on our team right now, and that matters. You know what I mean? That matters to me.
So if the rookies aren't going to have immediate impact, then where's the 5-game boost over the Cowboys coming from?
The schedule and just us getting better. Look at who do you guys play in the first 6, Tuck?
We got let's see, we got
Tampa loss.
Bengals.
Potential loss.
Let me see the schedule. Let me see.
You play Tom Brady. You play a team that went to the Super Bowl in the first 2 weeks. Let's talk about it. And 3 division opponents, if I'm not mistaken. You come out of that first 6 shaky if you want coming into Philly. It's a wrap.
We don't play out till week 6. Let me find.
That's what I'm saying. Who do you play in the first 6?
So you think that getting off to a hot start, that's where the 5 games is coming from. So you think that we're going to just crumble at the beginning.
Right. So look at our first few games. We got the Lions. We got Kirk Cousins.
So we got Bucks, Bengals.
Yep.
Giants.
Division game.
Washington.
Division game.
Rams. Yeah.
Another division game. That's not easy. That's not an easy 6, Tuck. It's not an easy 6. Think about it. Three division games.
But we swept the division last year easily.
The division got better though.
But the
division got better
easily though. Like
it got better. And then the last
week. But I think that's because you guys downplay the value of our quarterback Dak Prescott.
I don't. He's not elite.
So
I don't think he's elite.
So you don't think he's top 10?
No. Yeah. I'll give him top 10. I'll give him top
8. Top 8?
But yeah, no, I don't think he's top 8.
Top 8. So just from Dak coming back, it was a 40-point swing because we beat y'all with Andy Dalton, right? And then we come back and we sweep the entire division. You don't give that any credibility because that's the problem.
No,
like
I don't.
We don't get any credit for that. What we did last year in the division.
But this is the problem though. You want credit for something that don't really matter.
So why does let's talk about that. Why doesn't that matter though? Why does not handling business in our division matter?
First of all, the last game of the season was against third string backups. The nerve of y'all to be beating y'all chests about beating Gardner Minshew and a bunch of dudes who wasn't playing because we already clinched a playoff berth. That game didn't matter.
Okay. All right. So what about the other one? Because we was there live in the building.
Listen, the other one mattered. Everybody, listen, our team came. We didn't show up. The other game seriously mattered. So, I'm not going to shade y'all sweeping the division. It's a great accomplishment. It is what it is. But I think it's kind of whack of an organization to come out there and put all their firepower on display for a bunch of third-string players. But it was to break Tony Romo's record.
But no, it was not about that, though. It was more about us than y'all. And here's what people – is this what y'all have to say? And maybe no one's ever explained this to you. Where we was at that time in the season – our offense was a little shaky. It wasn't in sync because, right, we came off the Cardinals loss as well. So we wanted to go into the playoffs with the rhythm. So we were playing our starters to keep in the rhythm, but also we did have the opportunity to move up a seed in the playoffs because I forgot who it was. Someone ended up losing, so it did end up shaping out, but we ended up becoming a 3rd seed versus the 4th seed. So it meant something for us. So you can't say that we wanted just to beat up on Philly. It had nothing to do with you guys. It was about trying to get an offensive rhythm.
I got to go back and look at that. To my knowledge, the seating didn't change at all. And y'all still put dudes out there and risk injury and just y'all was on the sideline popping champagne.
No, he wasn't.
Over beating a team that already clinched.
No, he wasn't.
You know how y'all do, man.
No,
you know how y'all do.
No, he wasn't. I was popping champagne because that meant Philly Notion had to put on a Cowboys shirt. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like it was more about because here's the thing. Like I was one of the people saying our offense didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? Even though our numbers was there, our offense wasn't in sync. And so I wanted them to get back into a rhythm. And y'all just happened to be the last game of the season. We would have did the same thing if it was anybody would have played our stars because the seeding was still in the play going into that game. To be honest with you,
with the offense not being in sync, you got to directly contribute that to the quarterback though. And we calling him a top 8 guy. Why is Dak Prescott a top 8 quarterback in your eyes?
Win record, percentage. Here's the thing.
Win record. Dak is 18-25 versus winning quarterbacks. That's 41%.
Look at his winning percentage.
Are you talking about the wins against the division when they bad?
Overall winning percentage, right? Look at Dak's winning percentage. Also, go ahead and compare what Aaron Rodgers did last year in the MVP season versus Dak. The only difference is Dak had, I think, 6 more interceptions than him. If the Cowboys win 2 more games, Dak is in the MVP conversation last year.
No, he's not. And he wasn't.
He would have been. He was 12-5. Look, compare and contrast what Aaron Rodgers did last year compared to Dak Prescott. The main difference was he threw 6 more interceptions, and Aaron Rodgers had the number 1 seed.
The main difference was Aaron Rodgers was the number 1 seed.
Exactly.
Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott.
A 2-win difference.
Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott are in completely 2 different classes. But we can agree on that,
I'm just trying to say from the standpoint of production of what they did last year, statistically, right? Dak threw, I think, 6 more. Yeah, he did 6 more interceptions. He missed the game because he had the calf injury, and then he was 12-5. If we would have had the number 1 seed, you would have had to consider Dak Prescott, or number 2 seed as well. You would have to consider him in the MVP conversation. Now, would he have gotten it? Probably not, but he was up there. The numbers have been there in 2021 and also in 2019 prior to the injury. Dak has always put up the number.
So you think Dak Prescott is an MVP caliber quarterback?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
How? When Brady's 6-0 against him, Russell Wilson 5-1 against him. These are guys in his conference.
Who's 6-0? Brady 6-0
Brady.
against Dak?
Brady 6-0 against Dallas.
Dallas, not Dak.
Brady 6-0 against Dallas.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is 5-1 against Dallas.
Okay.
I mean, Dallas has no notable wins against some of these guys that have been running the conference since forever. So I can't just throw Dak Prescott in the mix when you got guys like Patrick Mahomes running.
But you agree that football is a team sport? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, it ain't just all on the quarterback.
Think about
it. Last year in 2020, the Dallas Cowboys had one of the most historically bad defenses in NFL history.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And that's all supposed to be Dak's fault?
No, that's not Dak's fault. But those are things you can overcome. See, we don't make excuses for stuff like that.
Y'all do make excuses because that same season, y'all were talking about how many injuries y'all had as well. So don't say Eagles fans don't make excuses.
Injuries and a poor defense is two different things. If you injured, you can't compete. If you got a poor defense,
what happened in 2020 for us?
When did Dak Prescott get the contract extension? That was when y'all had the bad defense.
No,
right?
he got his contract extension after the injury last year, going to last season. He came he was franchise tagged. He had the injury. He got signed. He played last year.
I can't make no excuses for no. I can't make no excuses, man, because I've seen my team win this division without having a wide receiver with 500 yards. I've seen my team win 2 wild card berths. I see my team fight tooth and nail through injury.
We saw your team in 2020, right? When y'all had the worst season in the division, right? Y'all had 2 quarterbacks. Y'all still had Carson. Y'all still had Jalen Hurts.
Right. So right, but you could throw 2020 into the mix. That still means we made the playoffs 4 out of the last 5 years. Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't do stuff like that no more, Tuck.
Do stuff like what?
Like win. Win and consistently win and consistently be in the mix.
Right,
that's my whole problem with the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
We got to stop talking about the Dallas Cowboys like they us, quite frankly.
So when you say like we us, you know what I'm saying? What are you referring to? Like
consistently giving yourself a chance. We've been doing that my whole life since I've been watching football.
So let's talk about it. I know that's your favorite, right? That's your favorite topic. I'm gonna go ahead and get into that.
Fact.
Right? That's your favorite topic. So let's go ahead and get into it, right? So since the year 2000, right? Let's talk about it because y'all don't like to talk about history because that don't count, right? So
why should we have to go back past a life sentence to make y'all credible?
Because
why should we have to go back that far?
You can't cherry pick the conversation because when you say Cowboys, you have to go back a life sentence to see a Super Bowl. I seen all 3 of our Super Bowl wins, bro. I seen 3 of them in my lifetime. So where are we talking? I seen 3. I had the Deion jersey with the blue bandana on.
You one of the lucky ones.
I had the starter jacket on. I had the shark tooth hat. It's you know what I'm saying? So I seen it. But y'all talk to us like we didn't see it. We seen it.
A lot of y'all ain't see it, and a lot of y'all don't remember it.
Bro, Cowboys Nation, comment in the chat if you saw the Cowboys Super Bowl. Go ahead.
Come on, they gonna lie.
They gonna lie. They keep it real.
They gonna lie. So what were you saying about the last 20 years?
All right, so last 20 years, right? Since 2022. All right, we got 0 Super Bowls. We all know that's fact. Eagles got 1. Our playoff record is 3-6. So we 9 appearances. Y'all are 14-5. So y'all have a lot of playoff experience, right? Y'all been in playoffs just like you just said, right? NFC conference games, title games, we have 0. Y'all been there 8 times. As far as the series battle between the 2 of us, we have 22 wins to y'all 23. Y'all have 9 division titles to our 6. Our winning percentage for the last since 2000 is 54.7%, 10th in the NFL. Y'all are 57.4%, 7th in the NFL.
So we've been better than y'all the last 20 years. Can we just say that?
Yeah. So y'all have been more consistent, right? Y'all got more playoff wins and more playoff appearances, but you have 1 title to show for it. So
you gotta think. You gotta think about the times. You gotta think about the time periods those were in too. First of all, we saw Brady twice in that time period.
Okay.
The Giants saw Brady twice as well.
Okay.
It wasn't as easy as it was to get to the Super Bowl now as it was then. Right. It wasn't as easy as it was. There was a lot of heavy hitters in the National Football League during that time period. But McNabb was a heavy hitter. Right. When it comes to the NFC, we were the guys in the NFC for like 10 years with Big Nab, Dawkins, and all of that. A good strong 8 years. It just was hard to get over that hump.
Right.
But the point that I'm making is that we gave ourselves a lot of stuff to cheer for as being Eagles fans. We were in the mix for years and years.
But see, that's the difference between us and y'all. Let's switch it. The Dallas Cowboys have the most NFL playoff appearances in the NFL and only one championship to show for it. And we only went to the Super Bowl twice in that whole 22 years. What are they calling us, bro? They call us an accident waiting to happen. Accident wait. We don't get credit for no playoff wins, bro. We're not getting no credit.
What are they calling y'all right now?
An accident waiting to happen.
Today. Right. Because you guys are unproven.
Nothing matters to us except winning it all. Being the fifth loser isn't reward winning. If we go to the NFC Championship this year and we lose to Tampa or the Packers, we're not celebrating. It's did you win it all? That's all that matters, bro. Did you get the ring?
To you. To the other 99%?
No, to us. Because
y'all love them division titles. Y'all love being division champs.
Division titles.
Y'all love stats and records.
Division titles when the
y'all
NFC
love it over there.
Y'all
love it.
You just said, and you in our division, bro. You just said win division means nothing, and this is in our division.
No,
outsiders say
listen,
that we don't get no credit for that.
Nothing. We know it means nothing. Y'all love it. Dallas Cowboys fans love winning the division.
No, we
because
do
that's the only the only slice of cake.
No,
listen, I know what y'all really want. I know what y'all really want. Y'all want another Super Bowl. I know that. I know. Listen, I know that's what y'all want.
Don't you want the same thing?
Of course.
Okay, so
of course.
We all, if I had a Broncos fan on the channel, we all want the same thing because that's the only thing that matters. So saying that we had more opportunity to get there and we failed more times, that's nothing to boast your chest out and brag about. It's not.
Right. Listen. I agree. When McNabb was not getting over the hump, and we were being wildly productive in the regular season, we didn't like that in Philly.
Exactly.
We didn't like that in Philly.
Because what was the whole knock on Andy Reid before he went to Kansas City? He can't win the big game, right?
Exactly.
So, but no one says, well, look at his playoff record. Look how many games he's won in the playoffs. Nobody cares about that, but y'all.
Speaking of coaches,
all right.
I think that's the reason why y'all not gonna get it done. I think that's the reason why y'all not gonna get it done. I think Mike McCarthy he might be the worst coach in the division.
How?
No. You know what? I can't. You know what? I can't say that. I never saw the guy in the Giants coach yet. I think Mike McCarthy I'm thankful for him. I don't think he's better than Nick Sirianni, and I only seen Nick Sirianni coach for 1 year. Like, what's your real true thoughts on Mike McCarthy? Do you think y'all could win a Super Bowl with Mike McCarthy?
Yes and no. And the reason why I say that, I feel like our ownership won't allow Mike McCarthy to win a Super Bowl. If they were to stay out the way and let Mike McCarthy do what he does, yeah, absolutely, I believe that Mike McCarthy can win a Super Bowl. But I don't think the organization is going to allow that, and I think we're going to have a dark cloud this season over Mike McCarthy.
So you think the ownership made Mike McCarthy run a QB sneak with no timeouts in the playoffs?
Not necessarily. He does have boneheaded calls. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that. But here's the thing. When it comes to Mike McCarthy, we have other coaches on our coaching staff who have won a Super Bowl, as in Dan Quinn. Mike McCarthy has won one. So we have a very tenured coaching staff. Mike McCarthy, we still have it as Cowboys fans. We don't know what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's just the guy. But I'm saying as far as the play calling, it's Kellen Moore. The decision making, it's Kellen Moore. It comes up from upside. I don't know what Mike McCarthy fully does. I feel like if he is able to really be himself and be what he was in Green Bay, then yeah, I think he could lead us to a Super Bowl. But I just don't think the organization, the front office, is going to ever allow that. So, it just is what it is.
Y'all defensive coordinator, man. I'll give y'all what y'all want for him, man. That dude is savage, bro. He's a savage,
and
bro.
So he is the other voice of the Cowboys locker room. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I feel like Dan Quinn has more reach and more contact and connection to the players than Mike McCarthy does.
You think on both sides of the ball?
Yeah. Because Mike McCarthy, for some reason, he doesn't work with Dak. He's not tied to Dak. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't do the play calling. So we still don't know what Mike McCarthy officially does. And so I feel like as far as the players, how they rally, it's Dan Quinn, a little bit of Kellen Moore. I just don't think that the team really rallies around Mike McCarthy. They like him, but he just doesn't really show what he does. And he does have some boneheaded decision making. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the first one to be vocal about it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that Mike McCarthy isn't a fit for culture in Dallas. It's different here. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think y'all want it so bad, and I just, I feel like Mike McCarthy is one of those guys who's just floating around. You know what I mean? He's just floating around, waiting to just finally hang it up, kind of like Ron Rivera.
Yeah,
kind of like Ron Rivera, in my opinion. So
I mean, he was a guy. He needed a job. He told the Cowboys what they needed. He got the job. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like I really can't fault him. I feel like if Mike McCarthy was to go elsewhere after this year, he might be a much better coach than when he currently is in Dallas because he'll have more control. You know what I'm saying? Coaches need control. They need to be able to say, my voice is the only voice that really matters in this locker room. But that's not the case. We got Steven and Jerry Jones who likes to come down and, just is what it is.
So back to Dak Prescott real quick. You mean to tell me you can't find more than 8 quarterbacks better than Dak in the NFL right now?
Nope.
That's crazy. Shall we go through this together?
We can go
through
it.
Maybe you missing some people.
I know. I mean, we can go through it. It was go. Feel free. Go free.
Okay. So I got Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
I got Tom Brady. I have Aaron Rodgers. I have Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
We're sitting at 4 right now. I have Joe Burrow now. We're sitting at 5. I have Matthew Stafford. That's 6.
Oh yeah, Matthew Stafford. Oh, he love him. Deshaun Watson. Put Deshaun Watson in there too.
Deshaun Watson ain't better than Dak.
Yeah,
that's 7.
Put Deshaun Watson in there. Yeah.
I got Deshaun Watson, and let me think about 8 because I feel like I'm really missing somebody. I need to look at the chat.
Lamar Jackson in there. No, well,
I ain't gonna throw
Zach
I ain't
Wilson.
gonna throw.
Zach Wilson in there.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
That's
8 right there.
Toss him in there.
That's 8.
Yeah. Who? Now you missing some more, man. I'm gonna help you.
Arguably Lamar, he got an MVP.
Yeah, you can toss Lamar in there.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on,
Trey Lance.
come on.
Mac Jones, Kyler Murray.
No, Mac Jones.
Give me some other lame duck quarterbacks y'all are tossing in there before Dak. Matt Ryan. Oh yeah, Matt Ryan went to Super Bowl.
Come
Matt
on,
Ryan.
you know. Listen. You can downplay it all you want. You know the 8 I named was legit. And come on, Tuck.
No, I think
y'all quarterback.
I think people get caught up in every flash in the pan quarterback that comes up every few years.
I didn't name no flash in the pan.
You said Justin Herbert. Now here's the fun fact: who did the Cowboys beat last year, week 2?
They beat the Chargers.
No credit for it. No one talks about it. Dak went to LA, beat Justin Herbert.
Okay, I'll scrap Justin Herbert because Justin Herbert still got a little more to prove. Right. I'll scrap Justin Herbert, but I don't. Dak and Carr kind of in the same place to me, so I don't know.
David Carr.
I don't know.
David Carr.
Dak and Carr kind of in the same place to me, but I'll scrap Herbert out of fairness. Then I'll just throw Lamar in there. That's an MVP.
Okay.
I mean,
right. Yeah.
Come on, Tuck. Come on. Top 10, yeah, but top 8, he like 9.
Yeah, you toss Matt Stafford in there too, right?
Stafford ain't better than Dak?
No.
Oh my God.
But I get it. I get it.
What do you get?
I get it, man. You supposed to do that, bro. You supposed to do that.
I'm not supposed to do nothing but tell the truth. Matthew Stafford is better than Dak Prescott.
So all them years that Matt Stafford was trash don't count for nothing. Because he's been trash for a long time.
I don't think Matt Stafford was trash. I think the team was trash. Statistically,
would
you like to go back to?
With Calvin Johnson? With Calvin Johnson?
Statistically, Matt Stafford was awesome his whole career.
Okay.
You like stats.
Okay.
The team just was bad. You said it's a team sport, right?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So you say the team is bad, but I thought great quarterbacks, elite quarterbacks, is supposed to overcome it.
I don't think Matt Stafford is tremendously elite, but he's better than Dak Prescott. Everybody knows this.
You had him at like 5 or 6.
Stafford? No, he's in the top 8. Listen, my list is not an official list. That's just 8 guys.
Okay, 8 guys.
Better than Dak. Matt Stafford might be the guy right above Dak, or 2 spots above Dak.
I feel you. So how many quarterbacks is above Jalen Hurts?
Right now, about 15, 16. About 15, 16. It'll only probably be at the end of this year, probably like 11 at the end of this year.
So this is the year when Jalen Hurts moves up into
I actually think this year Jalen Hurts is going to lead the Eagles in passing yards for a season, the most passing yards in the season.
Well, let's talk about that, because last year your bread and butter, you kind of figured out throughout the season that to lean heavily on the run game, that was a better offensive scheme for the Eagles. This year you added AJ Brown, you got Smith in the second year, you got your tight end and Goddard as well, and you also got Grant Calcaterra, who I like as well. Do you think that it's going to be more of the responsibility on Hurts now to throw the ball a little bit more, or are you going to still kind of lean towards the run game and those rotational running backs that you have?
I need like 55-45 pass. You know, I need you to pass the ball 55% of the time now. You got to. I mean, you listen, you ain't bring these weapons in here to run the ball.
Right.
Now, you did bring AJ Brown in here, who's excellent at, blocking during the run. So is Zach Pascal. So is Dallas Goedert. Almost every wide receiver you got is above average at blocking in the run game, with the exception of Smitty. Now, Smitty ain't no slouch, but he's just the smallest guy. But everybody else gets after it blocking wise. Jalen Hurts got to take the next step passing the ball. He got to take the next step passing the ball. But then, do we really got to take the next step passing the ball? He got to get better. But he had 8 drop touchdown passes last year. Now, that happens to every quarterback, but it was alarming for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Reagor dropped 3. Quez Watkins dropped 1. Dallas Goedert dropped 2. It's like a whole montage floating around on Twitter and YouTube about how many guys dropped passes, how many times we had touchdowns called back to illegal pick plays. We just played sloppy football in the passing game in the beginning half of the season. And we also just threw the ball too much. We abandoned the run at historic levels. You know what I mean? Then we flipped the switch week 7 and start running the ball at historic levels, which makes me believe my coach can, adjust to the game and do a good job. A lot of guys that die on the hill of the game plan and not change nothing up. It's looking like we was going to do that, but then he said, listen, let's reel it back. This is his first time starting. Let's get him acclimated more to what's going on with this offense and how we're using him. And I think you're going to see a leap for sure. He just can't get worse with the weapons around him. It's impossible.
So do you think he's on the hot seat, though? Because you did add the weapons around him, and he's kind of coming up on his rookie deal. So do you think that this is the year that Jalen Hurts has to prove that he is the quarterback of the future? Or Eagles, because you guys got another pick for next year, don't y'all?
Yeah, we got 2 first-round picks next year. Yeah,
that you guys in the quarterback class is a lot better next year as well. So do you think that this is the last year for the Jalen Hurts experiment, and he has to come through to prove that he's the future quarterback?
I don't think it's an experiment. I think they believe in him. You don't put this type of firepower around nobody. I will say this though. I think this year is going to determine whether he gets extended or whether they try to franchise tag him or something like that. They're probably not going to franchise tag him because you got to pay him you got to pay the minimum. Everybody gets the same amount for a franchise tag based upon position, right?
Right.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So they're not going to want to give him $38 million. You know what I mean? They'll just go look for somebody else if it comes to that. But this is his year to make his money, man. This is his year to change his family's life. They gave you the tools to go out there and perform, and I think he's just going to rise to the occasion, man. Jimmy Garoppolo can go to the Super Bowl with this roster.
I know, and I saw your tweets
about
I mean? Jimmy G, because you like Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not that I like him, Tuck. I just think he's serviceable. I just think he knows who he is. He don't try to step outside of who he is, and he plays to the strengths of the team.
He fought Jimmy G. Yeah, put him in there. Put him at 9.
I would take Jimmy G in the playoffs over Dak.
Why?
Because he wins playoff games and Dak don't.
Or does his running game and his defense help win playoffs? Jimmy G
make critical throws in the playoffs. He make clutch throws in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. Listen. When is the Dak Prescott experiment over? When the money gone?
There ain't no experiment. He's the quarterback of the future. He's here to stay. So he is going to be a problem in the NFC East for many years to come. So y'all got to get used to it.
I mean, 7 years in the league, 1-3 in the postseason. That's not really good, Tuck.
But let's walk it out through those situations, right? His very first year, the rookie season, 3rd and 20, Aaron Rodgers makes a miraculous throw to get in the field goal range. He does that. He's in the NFC Championship game right there out the gate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it isn't that Dak isn't capable of putting his team to the next level. Just things just happen in the playoffs. It's a lot that has to fall your way to win games and get to the Super Bowl, bro. You know that. You know what I'm saying? Look at y'all Super Bowl run. The things that kind of just fell into place that happened for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
How come things haven't fell into place for y'all in 26 years?
We don't know. We don't know, bro. It happens. It happens. Look at the Chiefs. I live here in Kansas City, bro. 50 years. 50 years it took for things to finally fall in place. Look for you guys. 60 years. It took almost, 60 years for things to finally fall in place for y'all. It just doesn't happen just like that.
We won championships in both eras.
Them don't count. You know what I'm talking about? They don't count. They don't count. They don't count, man. You want to talk about old, bro. Them old ones don't count, bro. But nah,
facts.
But history does matter, though. I think we got to look at the whole totality of a team, and I feel like that's what Eagles fans don't understand. History matters, bro. History matters. Listen, I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan. We won a championship in 2011. We in the Western Conference Final. We didn't get swept last night. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't dare fix my lips and try to pump my chest out to a Chicago Bulls fan.
Why not?
Because there is no this without Mike and that Chicago Bulls. It's a dynasty. A dynasty. That means we're not just a blip on the radar. There was a Dallas Cowboy dynasty. That's why it's important. What you see today is built a lot on that 90s dynasty, bro. And you have to admit that.
What I see today is built a lot on the Dallas Cowboys dynasty?
Yes.
I disagree. Because when you look at what happened in the 90s, the Dallas Cowboys were very, very good before the salary cap was enforced.
Mm-hmm.
The salary cap was a big determining factor in what changed and shaped y'all into what y'all are right now. It used to be the Wild Wild West when you could pay guys whatever you wanted. Then when they put that salary cap in place, y'all been stuck in the mud with Washington. Well, Washington was stuck before the salary cap. But when they put that salary cap in place, you guys no longer had the power of flashing the money around. You had to abide by the same rules as everybody else. And you guys have not been able to conquer the salary cap implementation, man. That's really what it boils down to with Dallas. Y'all good at acquiring talent. Y'all good at telling everybody, hey, we good, but you're not good with the portion of acquiring guys under the guidelines of the salary cap. Now you pay guys a lot of money.
So let's run that back. So if you're saying that we're not good of acquiring guys under the salary cap, so that means you're saying the Cowboys haven't had competitive rosters?
You've had competitive rosters, but you haven't had a dynasty again. You haven't even been to the NFC Championship game.
There's only been
again.
one dynasty since us. That's the Patriots.
The Patriots haven't been. Oh, okay, one
that's
dynasty.
What I'm saying. That's the only one. You know what I'm saying? So it's not easy. Like I'm saying, it was the Cowboys, then it's the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? And then right now, who knows who it is? It's kind of sprinkled around. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't come often. So like I said, I could never, as a Mavericks fan, talk down to a Bulls fan because they are a dynasty versus one little on the radar. The Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors. Okay, you won a championship. Congrats. Kawhi goes on, and now you're just, you fade. You know
I mean, it's kind of different in basketball. It's kind of different in basketball versus football, in my opinion.
Okay,
guys. So this is how I see football and how I see championships, being equated to football. You got a long off season. You got a long draft process.
Right.
You got OTAs. You got all of this team bonding. You have quarterbacks that get paid a lot of money. You got guys who have influence to bring guys to their team. The Dallas Cowboys are the most marketable team in football. Almost everybody wants to play. Goddamn, Micah Parsons talk about what the hell he was talking. I've been a Cowboys fan all my life. You're gonna lose all your life then. How old is Micah Parsons?
Where are you from though? He's from PA, ain't he?
Yeah, from PA. These guys be lying at the draft. My lifelong dream to be a Cowboys fan. Come on, bro.
Because.
Come on.
Because. Why is that? Because of what that dynasty did back in the 90s.
I agree. I agree. But being as though the Cowboys have all of that in their corner, they got guys who were just born Dallas Cowboys fans because their dads was Dallas Cowboys fans. They got players who want to play with their best friend and their players who are Dallas. They got guys that want to play for the star, get the endorsements, be on TV all the time, get the ratings. You guys should have an easier road to the playoffs. To the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
How so?
In my opinion, because you were in demand at one point. Everybody wanted to play for the Cowboys. Am I right or am I wrong?
Right. But that's no longer the case, though.
It just stopped like 2-3 years ago.
Because the
y'all doing people dirty.
Y'all
doing people dirty now.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The ownership has changed. You know what I'm saying? Because people want to come play for Cowboys, right? But they're not going to come play for dirt cheap. You know what I'm saying? So these players are saying like, yeah, you see a Von Miller want to come and play. You see, you know what I'm saying, Jamal Adams, the list goes on and on. But Stephen Jones isn't paying like Jerry Jones used to because he cares more about that cap space. And that's a huge issue that a lot of us Cowboys fans go through is like, they want to come, but they're not going to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of see what we're going through this offseason. So, it's not that players don't want to come, but we ain't going to come play for dirt cheap.
Y'all spend y'all money, though. I mean, Tank got paid. Zeke got paid.
We don't spend our money, bro. We don't spend our money.
Dak got paid. Y'all paid a lot of people. Parsons going to get paid.
We pay the core guys, but as far as free agency, we don't do free agency like that anymore.
Yeah, y'all definitely rely on the draft. You're right about that. Y'all rely on the draft.
We rely on draft. We rely on comp picks. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the thing. We don't spend money like that. If Hassan Reddick came and said he wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy and came and shook Jerry, he ain't paying. Stephen Jones ain't paying for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is.
And you think that's one of y'all biggest deciding factors of you guys not getting over the hump?
Yeah, I think it's Stephen Jones, and I think it's the front office in the Cowboys way more than the players on the field. Be honest with you.
Yeah, the last guy that I remember them seeking and getting in a trade and paying was Coop.
Yeah,
they paid with them picks,
and that's only because their ego got in the way and got deflated, right? Because what happened with Amari Cooper? They got rid of Dez Bryant and tried to do it the cheap way with Cole Beasley and Allen Hurns. That fell through the cracks, and so they were forced to make a move with Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? And
especially if you wanted to salvage, especially if you wanted to see the potential of Dak Prescott.
Right.
And I think that's where the Eagles are right now. They want to see how good this guy can be. So let's put talent around him to see just how good he can be with his arm.
Right.
You know, man, and listen, I can't make no predictions on Jalen Hurts. All I can say is, you know, that it's real hard to fail with this roster, man.
Right.
And if you fail with this roster, listen, Jalen Hurts can't even afford to get hurt because Minshew could win with this roster. He gotta be available. Carson Strong, Minshew. Yeah, he gotta be available. He gotta be healthy, and he gotta perform, or it might be bye-bye for him.
Right,
it might be. Listen, our roster's so good. Listen, I'm Mr. Hurt season himself, Tuck.
I know. I say the merch. I say the merch.
Tuck, you talk about a dude who sold like 4,000 of them joints.
Right.
I'm Mr. Hurt season himself. I'm telling you, this roster's so good that you cannot afford to come out 2-4. You probably got to make a change, bro. That's how good, because you done opened the window now.
Right.
You didn't open the window now. So I mean you can't afford to come out flat if you Philly, man. Everything got to be to the T. And I think this type of pressure Jalen Hurts thrive under, man. I see a lot of people in the chat saying it's 20 plus better than Hurts. No, it's not. That's Cat. That's Cat.
20.
I said a lot of people in the chat saying it's 20 plus people better than Hurts. Not 20. Daniel Jones ain't. He in our division. I don't believe Carson Wentz is. I mean, for God's sakes, he lost his job to Hurts. So how can we really say he better than Hurts?
I feel like Jalen Hurts, I always call him this, he's the fake Gucci belt Dak Prescott. I like Jalen though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of knock our brain. You know what I'm saying? It still hits a little bit in the light. You know what I'm saying? Look at y'all schedule, right? You got Detroit.
Right.
You know.
That's a dub.
You got Minnesota at home. Now you guys have struggled with Kirk Cousins. Let's be honest.
We have.
But that's prime time, Kirk Cousins. And congrats on the 5 prime time games. I see y'all. Washington, Jacksonville, Arizona.
Dub. I can't wait for that game. I might go to that one.
Arizona.
I might go to that one. Yeah, I might go to Arizona.
And that's what I must say. Really attracted me to you, bro. To be honest with you, you an outsider. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by outsider is I love content creators like myself who actually go to games or outside.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's
that's
like,
mandatory.
Yeah, so I'm saying. So like I said, like, oh man, he's at the games, he's everything. He's kind of lit, you know what I'm saying?
That's mandatory, man. Yo, you should come down, dog. I'm telling you, Tuck. Well, Tuck. I don't pay for nothing, Tuck. And if you with me, you ain't paying for nothing.
I'm
telling you,
I thought about it, man, but I really don't like going away games. I can't turn to vacation. Y'all ain't got no beach. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
facts.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't no pool party or something. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't none of that.
You know,
you gonna watch the game. You gonna grab some. You gonna be like, all right, I gotta go.
Yeah. What else is getting into? You know what I'm saying? I might hit New York City up. But I've been thinking about it. So I mean, Arizona, y'all can struggle there. Minnesota, so y'all can be 1, 2, 3, 3-2 going to Dallas.
The thing about Arizona is it's going to be no D-Hop. That's right before he's ready to come back.
True.
So, you know, I just really don't think that highly of Kyler Murray. I don't think Kyler Murray is top 10. I think Kyler Murray is somewhere around, you know, honestly, if we're being honest, a lot of people are going to disagree, but I think he's somewhere in the range with Hurts, man. I mean, you're talking about a guy who never had a 4,000 passing yard season. You're talking about basically a one read and run guy. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people hyped him up after the win over you guys, actually. You know, then it just fell flat on his face after that. So
right.
I don't think we really struggled too much with Kyler Murray. I don't think so. I think now you got the defense to chase him around.
First 5 games, how you got your record?
Lions is a win.
I know it's kind of hard to base it because you're really going off last year, but just kind of your guess.
Lions is a win. We beat them last year. We got better. They got better, but they didn't get drastically better.
Right.
I was concerned about, you know, the home opener against the Vikings simply because we didn't have a number 2 cornerback at the time that the roster came out. Because, you know, they got Thielen and Justin Jefferson.
Right.
Now you can go to war with that. You know what I mean? Now you could at least put up some type of fight against a duo like that. So, you know, I like us to get after Kirk Cousins. I like us to be able to stop Dalvin Cook. So I like us to start off 2-0. The third one is against Carson Wentz. Philadelphia travels really. I live in the DC area.
Okay.
I'm going to be at that game. The whole Philly is going to come to Washington. It's only a 2-hour drive. We're going to take over the stadium like we do every year. Carson Wentz going to wet the bed. Listen, we know Carson was like the back of our hand. You're talking about 3-0. Who's the fourth game again?
Jacksonville.
Come on. But see, we're going to beat Jacksonville, but our season, we don't play a lot of elite quarterbacks, Tuck, but we got a lot of storylines. You know what I mean? The storyline for, week 2 will be Jalen Ray. We can start at week 1. Darius Slay and the Lions. They got a relationship. Right. Week 2, they're going to be talking about us drafting Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. That's a storyline in itself. I'm sure. Monday Night Football, all they're going to do is compare those two guys.
Right.
Week 3, Carson Wentz against Philly. Storyline. Week 4, we play Doug Peterson. You know what I mean? Storyline. So I think we got a lot of the guys out of the building that won't be affected by the storyline. Not too many not too many guys are there that's left from the Super Bowl. Besides guys that's in the trenches still.
Right.
Nobody really knows Carson Wentz like that on the roster. So it's just storylines for the fan base. I got to start off 4-0. Who's the 5th game?
5th game was Arizona.
Arizona. That's the one. That's the one for me that's going to not let us know if we for real or not, but that's the one that's going to let me know if we could really start stringing some wins together. I got us being 5-0 going into you guys, man.
5-0?
I got us being 4-1 or 5-0.
But see,
Arizona might get us.
It gets a little bit tighter though in crunch time. You know what I'm saying? Like once you kind of get in November, you have to play Washington again. That'll be Carson Wentz's return. You have to go Indianapolis, Green Bay, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Giants, depending on where they are, but I feel like the Giants could be stinky good this year. Chicago, give you that. Dallas on Christmas Eve, and then New Orleans, and then the Giants.
All I heard was Dallas and Aaron Rodgers. None of that. Tannehill don't scare me. He lost A.J. Brown. Right. He's going to be throwing to a rookie. If you shut down King Henry, you should be good. The Giants have never scared me in their life, Tuck. I don't care if anybody thinks they're going to be good. I don't believe it. The Giants have not been above 500 in 5 years. They will never get the benefit of the doubt. For me, they are trash. We're going to sweep the Giants again. I just don't fear nobody that you named. I don't fear none of them dudes.
Okay. I mean, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. But you mentioned us. You mentioned us, though.
Listen, because Dak is the second best quarterback we play. Think about it. Seriously, look at the roster. Division. Okay. No, he's the second best quarterback we play all season. Okay. You know what I mean? Cousins is the third best guy, I think.
Okay.
Goff might be 4th. You know what I mean? It's just not a lot of guys that I really fear like that. Kyler Murray probably 4th or something like that.
Okay. So you're looking at the quarterback position. Yeah. Because here's what I say, bro. I feel like whoever's going to win the division is 11 games. That's the mark.
You think so?
Yeah, I think 11 games.
Yeah, 11 should do it.
I think 11 is going to do it, but I think it's going to come down to December. I think it's going to be a tight race. And honestly, I know we sit here in cap that is, it's Cowboys, Eagles. I would not be surprised if you toss one of those other teams, probably Washington, into the conversation.
I wouldn't be surprised either with Washington.
Right.
Washington, because we were all in the division. We all seen 2017 Carson Wentz in the regular season.
Right.
If you get 80% of that back. Right. That's a guy that could win 10 games.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if Carson Wentz somehow goes back to his old ways, then you got to watch out for him in this
division. Right, because he has the weapons around him now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Their defense is coming back. You get Chase Young back. Their defensive line is one of the best across the NFL. So I feel like Ron Rivera can get them in motion. They're going to be stinky good. So, I'm not going to discount Washington like they did the team from last year. It's going to be a completely different situation. So some of those games, it might be a lot bit closer. Now, not for y'all, because we was 40 balling everybody in the division. We put up 40.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it might not be a tight for us, but I feel like Washington's going to be stinky good. The Giants, eventually, they're going to grow into that. But I can see the Giants being a team that can completely disrupt someone's playoff hope. You know what I'm saying?
This my thing with Dallas, though. I feel like Dallas is good. I feel like the starters, like the guys that are coming back, those guys are really good. They know how to play well together. I just feel like, the guys behind the starters aren't that good. So you got to always think about injury because it happens to every team.
So what position are you primarily thinking about? Because I think we already talked about wide receiver. What position are you thinking about?
Wide receiver is one of them. I think you guys are stinky. I think you guys are really deep at cornerback. I'm not really, worried about corner right there. I think linebacker is one of them too, man. It depends on who gets hurt, though.
You're right.
Now,
you're right.
It depends on who gets hurt. Now, if Parsons stays, the linebacker core stays good.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think linebacker could be one of them if something was to happen to Parsons, God forbid. I want Parsons to play every season. Right. I mean, every game this season. So, offensive line also could be a challenge for you guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. If the right guy gets hurt.
Yeah, and you hit it right on the head, bro. I feel like wide receiver, of course, Linebacker depth is a little bit depleted. Depends on what they do, because there's still some free agents like Anthony Barr out there we kind of talked about possibly bringing in. Offensive line, yeah, it can get a little tricky because, you know, if Tyron Smith goes down, we kind of lose our position flex with our swing tackle and Terrence Steele, because he's going to be primarily our right tackle moving forward. So, you know, it's going to be interesting how they handle that, but we do bring in Tyler Smith. We still got Connor McGovern, so it'll be interesting to see how they maneuver with that. But for the most part, bro, I'm really not concerned about depth at those positions. The only positions I'm really concerned about depth at is the linebacker core and also the wide receivers, man. But, you know, I think the Cowboys have enough at wide receiver. It just isn't what we can rest our head on. Last year, I kind of knew we had the best wide receiver core in the NFL. It's just easy, you know what I'm saying, to go off of that. I feel like it really depends on Michael Gallup's recovery. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you look at our schedule, depends on when his return can really be. There might be a situation where he might not be available for week 6. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the whole ACL coming off of that. So, you know, I feel like once Michael Gallup returns, then our offense will continue to kind of look like it did in previous seasons. But until then, it's going to be a huge question mark, which means we should lean heavily on the run game. But we'll see if they'll commit to it.
I think he'll be full strength by week 6. When did he get hurt?
January.
Damn, yeah, that's kind of close.
Right.
It usually takes like 9 months for something like that.
Right. And get conditioning, you know, fully. Right. So I had him pinned kind of late October-ish, November.
Yeah. Now you're talking to a guy who had 2 knee surgeries, and these guys got the best of the best in terms of rehab.
Right.
So yeah, 9 months is even a stretch for ACL, but. You know, I want you guys at full strength. I want us at full strength as well. I just want us to play week 1. It never happens, bro.
That's
never happens.
That was what I was asking for, bro. Because to be honest with you, man, that I wasn't a fan of the Bucs game. I was like, the Bucs game is kind of you know what I'm saying? Because it's not the same impact as it was last year. I mean, last year, Bucs coming off the Super Bowl, Dak's first game back because he didn't play all preseason. Like, I was there. It was just electric. It felt like the Super Bowl type atmosphere. But like now, it's just like Sunday Night Football, same thing again. It's going to be interesting. I think the Cowboys win that game, to be honest with you. But
it's your best chance at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. I just think that the Cowboys are going to learn from last year's loss. They're going to be motivated, and I feel like they're going to have a lot more to prove. And I feel like Tampa's going to kind of take them a while because Brady's kind of on the fence of retirement, so they might not come out with that same tenacity they came out with last year. So I feel like the Cowboys can win that game. The Bucs game is going to be interesting to see how things shape out. Like I said, it's gonna be kind of show and prove, because we're gonna have to see what this team looks like without Michael Gallup and without Amari Cooper for the first 4 to 5 games of the season. I agree.
And in our case, I feel kind of good about coming out to show our new offense and show our new plays against the Detroit Lions.
Right, listen, you guys get a warm-up game, man.
Right, but nobody's a slouch though in the NFL though. You really could lose that game. When we beat them, I think we pushed them to 0-7. They didn't finish the season without a win. They caught somebody slipping.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you still got to go out there and play the game. So, I'm just looking forward to it, man. We haven't had a roster like this in a while. We haven't had a draft like this in forever. You know what I mean? And I really listen. I'm not one of them guys that's gonna say this is a Super Bowl season.
Right.
But I think Jalen Hurts can do a couple things.
So let me pause you there. So that's the question I always have for Eagles fans, right? Because it sounds like free agency, draft, that now you guys are now the favorites in the NFC East. Congratulations. But what is the expectation for you guys in this season? Because I feel like what the Eagles like to do, they like to kind of downplay the season. So that way, you know what I'm saying, they like to play that kind of that underdog role. But I don't think you guys can take that role on anymore.
We can't. And the facts are this, man. When we're in a position like this, when we have expectations, we don't do well.
Right.
There was no expectations in 2017. We won a Super Bowl.
Right.
It was Doug Peterson's and Carson Wentz's second year.
Right.
Every year we've had expectations, we've underperformed. I just think that that's not going to happen this year, because you got a guy who is consistently the underdog. No matter what you put around the roster, the head honcho being the quarterback is still looked at with a side eye in the national media and in the eyes of sports fans across the world.
Right.
Everybody has the same question: can Jalen Hurts get the job done? But then when you look at Jalen Hurts, he has superstar influence. He could get AJ Brown here. You know what I mean? He can make moves happen.
But did he really get AJ Brown there, or did the money get AJ Brown?
Both. It's both. I mean, anytime a guy say, "Hey, I get to go play with my best friend," he got him there. He said something to Howie.
All right.
You know what I mean? It's dudes who real best friends who don't call each other best friends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I think it's a mixture of both. And then Slay on the defensive side is able to get guys in. I think they got an atmosphere. So you have right now what you have is a mix of hungry Pro Bowl veterans who haven't won a Super Bowl. Slay, Bradbury, Hassan Reddick, Kazir White. These are all Pro Bowlers that you acquired in the offseason who's going to come with an attitude that some of these young guys can learn from. I don't think that we're going to come into this thing and think too much of ourselves. I think we're just going to come out here and perform. And it all starts with Jalen Hurts. He ain't feeling himself.
How long? So you say he had him at 5-0. They come out. They're 2-3. Does that give Jalen Hurts a longer leash, or do you think? 'Cause I know how Eagles fans are. Mm-hmm. If y'all get out to a rocky start, how long will they commit to Jalen Hurts this year?
If we start off 0-2, they're going to start calling for Minshew.
Well, that's 0-1 they should. I mean, if he comes and take out the place versus Detroit,
that's how the fan base is. If we come out, it depends on how you lose. Right. Now, are we talking about losing, or are we talking about Jalen Hurts looking awful?
Looking awful. I mean,
if he's looking awful, if he's looking awful 2 games in a row, then they're going to start calling for Gardner Minshew. Okay. They're going to start calling. It's going to be so much pressure on the front office to make a quarterback change because the roster's good, and you can't be mad at the fans. The roster is too good to squander.
Right. I agree.
It's way too good to squander. So you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's in his best interest for him to not be the reason that this thing looks bad. You know what I mean? I think if he's not the reason, and if he does certain things well, if he shows that he's gotten better as a passer, which he did increments, during last season, if he can keep getting better and the losses aren't on him, then he's golden. He'll get another shot next year. If he can win this division and advance in the playoffs, I believe he'll get extended. Because now you're talking about you leading the team to the playoffs 2 years in a row,
right?
And now you won a playoff game. You're increasing your production. You're doing bigger and better things each year. So I think that's fairly easy to do with this roster. The money is in his face, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's how they set it up. But it's like, once again, though, is just winning a playoff game, is that just the measuring stick for y'all this season? Like, you think why I asked that, I hear some Eagles fans, and granted, we both got large fan bases, so I know sometimes, the people down there can just be a little too loud. But it's like, I'm feeling like what I'm hearing is that with the roster, y'all one of the top elite teams in the NFC.
That's a fact.
So it's just like, why is the measuring stick just winning a playoff game, win the division, and win a playoff game? Like, shouldn't it be higher than that?
That is more, though. That's more than we did last year. Last year, we were destroyed in the playoffs. I'm saying you've done more if you do that. You've done more if you do that. Now, if you win a playoff game and you look impressive in that playoff game, you probably could win 2 playoffs. You probably can get to – listen, I think if you win a playoff game this year, I think you go to the NFC Championship game, which should be fair expectations for every team that has a good roster to get to the championship game.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're only 1 game away from the championship game. What if you're a number 1 seed and don't even have to play in the first round? There's a lot of things that could go into your favor with this type of roster.
Yeah.
But the quarterback got to make sure he's level-headed and performs at an optimum level, man. His roster is too freaking good to mess up, bro.
So pretty much this season, so off what you're saying, man, the season's riding on Jalen Hurts' back this season. Like, it's Jalen Hurts or bust.
No, because it's just not him. Jonathan Gannon gave up 80% completion percentage to 6 different quarterbacks. Dak Prescott twice, I believe. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Derek Carr.
All your favorites, man. That's all your favorites.
You see what I'm saying? The list goes on. But when you fast forward now, we don't got to see them guys this year. We got the Tannehills. We got the Cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got the Fields. We got the Murrays. We got the guys where you take that first read and make them hold the ball. They can get hit. They can get sacked. We got them guys, man.
Right.
We was backing up on elite passers. You can't do that to Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
We lost to the Chiefs and didn't even punt that game.
I remember that game.
You know what I mean? You can't. You're right. You can't do that to them guys. We should have beat the Chargers.
So your confidence, it sounds like, really isn't just based off the roster, but it's more about the schedule and who you're playing.
Right. Because the schedule, the roster, the personnel that you acquired, it's a lot of stuff, man. The roster is always going to be the deciding factor, because I think with this roster you can measure up against anybody in the league and be competitive. You can play the Chiefs again, and the outcome won't be as ugly if you lose. You could be competitive with the Bills. You have the personnel to compete. We didn't have that last year. especially in the playoffs, that's when it reared its ugly head the most. We just couldn't compete with guys like you guys. You guys had an elite passing attack. We had the worst linebacker core in the league damn near.
Right.
You can't compete at this level with stuff like that. So now you could compete.
Exactly.
Right. Now you can compete.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So let me ask you this, man, because, you know, it's like I said, I'm one of the people, I personally, I love y'all draft class, and I'm not afraid to admit that I know a lot of Cowboys fans like, Tuck, you can't get them that. But it's like, I do draft content. I'm not sure if y'all follow. Like, I do draft content. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I love y'all draft class. It just is what it is. So looking at your draft class, who do you think is going to have the most impact day one?
That's a tricky one for me, because sometimes I feel like we're not going to give him the Kobe Dean the playing time he deserves.
And so
because you got guys.
What do you think that reason would be? The injury, just because they want to slow play him? Because I think Nakobe Dean should instantly be your middle linebacker. So I know you compared him to Micah Parsons. I compared Nakobe Dean more to a player last year who I also loved that went to the Chiefs, and Nick Bolton. I feel like he's kind of that smaller frame but high IQ guy, which is going to be a solid middle linebacker for years to come. But why wouldn't he be your day one starter? I just think
Howie Roseman does with the hierarchy. Like, we all know Jalen Reagor shouldn't even be getting any playing time.
Right.
But he's going to get playing time because he was a high draft pick. We know Quez Watkins is better than Jalen Reagor. It's been proven. TJ Edwards kind of emerged last year.
Right.
I think he even got himself an extension. Right. Howie Roseman got to see his investment pay off on the field. So he's going to play the guy that he's paying before he gives the rookie the playing time that he deserves. I think it's going to shake out like that. That's the guy that I want to see, that's the guy that I know can have the biggest impact. Now, Jordan Davis is still kind of raw in terms of pass rushing, but Jordan Davis can clog up some lanes, man. He also can have an impact. I think Jordan Davis will have more of an impact because he'll play more, but I'm hoping it's even, or it's the other way around. Nakobe Dean transforms that defense from a leadership position.
Right.
Now, granted, it's hard to lead guys like Slay and Hassan Reddick and Bradbury. You know what I mean? But if you could become a leader around guys like that who are proven at this level, then the defense could be top 5, man. Yeah. But the defense can only be top 5, Tuck, if Nakobe Dean gets the playing time. Nakobe Dean is a big part of this defense, man.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. When I look how your defense is constructed, bro, I'm like, he has to be a starter. Because I know when we had that conversation on Twitter, he was like, well, it depends on how many reps. I'm like, he should be getting all the reps. Like, he should be instantly. I mean, if healthy, because I know that the shoulder thing, but he was at camp, right? So I feel like Nakobe Dean should be y'all starting linebacker out the gate. And another player y'all got who we didn't speak about at the University of Kansas here is Kyron Johnson too as well. So he's going to add to some of your linebacker depth. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I make my draft content too public, because a lot of y'all Eagles, man, y'all be peeping on my content. 'Cause I posted a video, draft video on Kyron Johnson, and my guy Joe from Philly the podcast, like, man, I like him. And like, I was like, all right,
then
bro.
we end up drafting him.
Yeah, like, all right, bro. It was like, all right, shut it down. All right, but yeah, and I feel like for our standpoint, man, I feel like the most impact is going to come instantly from Tyler Smith. I think from us losing Connor Williams, I feel like what we get with Tyler Smith, it's just that extra beef inside on the line in our offensive line, because we really just didn't have that physical fortitude up front with Connor Williams. He's kind of a light guy. Granted, he's been a starter since we drafted him, but he often got bullied, which also impacted our interior with Tyler Biadasz, who was in the second year as well. So I feel like instantly we're going to see the impact of Tyler Smith, but I think that Jalen Tolbert is going to be a guy out the gate who's going to have tremendous impact in our offense, and I think it's going to open up a lot of people's eyes. They realize, all right, this Dallas Cowboys offense, though they don't have the names of Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup right now, they're still making moves, they're still putting up numbers, they're still putting up points, and still have that offensive firepower, which I think this, if any season's going to be it, this would be the Dak Prescott MVP year that people will actually take him seriously, consider it for him. That's what I personally think.
I think Tolbert is going to have a good year too, because he's thrusted into the spotlight.
Right.
He has to play.
He has no choice but to figure it out and be day one ready. So
exactly, he has to play, and Dak going to throw the ball.
Right.
The Dallas Cowboys are going to pass the ball.
Right.
And there's going to be opportunity for him there. So I think he'll actually be a great signing. But I think the offensive lineman that you guys took first in the draft, I think that's a good signing, man. I think it's how did your fan base feel about that though? It's not popular to go offensive line, early in the draft.
I think a lot of fans would kind of ant on it because there was other opportunity available. And I think it's from the standpoint that he's going to be playing offensive guard versus tackle. So technically we drafted a guard at 24. But when you got to consider what happened, right? Zion Johnson got wiped out. Kenyon Green got wiped out. So we knew that left guard was an area to focus on. But I feel like he gives us the most upside because he played primarily tackle at the University of Tulsa. So if there is something that happens with, Tyron Smith, which, more than likely is going to happen, then he can possibly slide over and you can plug in, Connor McGovern back at left guard. So he gives you that position flex. But I feel like we had to do it. Now, me personally, I love Jermaine Johnson, but I'm a Florida State guy. But I feel like, they just posted in the chat, Lewisine, the safety was available. So there's other guys available.
Georgia,
yeah. And so they felt like we could have got a guard in later rounds. But seeing how the board kind of fell, I understand it because he just turned 21 like a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So he has youth on the side. And if he was to transfer to the SEC like he had planned on, he probably would be a top 5 pick, top 10 pick next year. So it's like, all right, go ahead and get your guy and kind of work with them. So I understand the pick. We talked about Sam Williams. I feel like Sam Williams, he doesn't have the Micah motor. I know a lot of people like to compare them to Micah because they look like in the face. He doesn't have that Micah motor, but considering all things, if you have DeMarcus Lawrence back, Neville Gallimore, you also have Osa Digizua, you still have Micah Parsons blitzing all over the field playing linebacker. I feel like Sam Williams is going to get a lot of one-on-ones his way, and that's what he does. He's a bull rusher. You know what I'm saying? He's physical. He'll be able to set the edge. So I feel like Sam Williams is going to get opportunities to kind of fill in that void of Randy Gregory. It's going to be more Randy Gregory by committee earlier on until somebody really emerges between Dorrance Armstrong and the rest of the pack. But then Jalen Tolbert, man, Jalen Tolbert's a guy I dropped a video on way back in February. I found him a long time ago before the Senior Bowl and fell in love with him. And I feel like he's going to have immediate impact. So our first 3 guys I can rock with. Jake Ferguson, our tight end, it's typical.
Am I wrong about this? Are you guys a little light at defensive tackle?
Nah, because we got the Vanilla Gorilla they just mentioned as and John Ridgeway. They added him in there. We have Osia Digizua, Tristan Hill still on the roster, Watkins. So we have defensive tackles sprinkled in there. So
okay.
Bo Hanna from last year. So I think that's the real key for the Cowboys this season, especially earlier on. Last year's class is going to have to take another forward leap, which I think they will, because they got a lot of reps last year. Chauncey Golston got a lot of reps last year. Osa got a lot of reps last year due to injury, so they're already seasoned. Then you have our cornerbacks, Kelvin Joseph. That's a whole different conversation. You do have Nashawn Wright, so you still have some of these guys from that 2021 class that's going to be able to kind of jump in and fill that void. So I feel like last year's class is going to have a good impact, bro. So I feel like there's a lot of depth pieces. It just isn't as sexy as the Cowboys draft classes are usually accustomed to being.
Yeah, because like we mentioned earlier, man, that's how y'all make y'all bones in the draft, by getting underrated talent and getting some of these guys to play at a high level immediately. The Philadelphia Eagles have not done that in the past, which is why I'm excited about our draft picks, because we got guys with a pedigree. You know what I mean?
Right.
We can't expect a guy from we can't expect Joe Schmo from Temple University to automatically come out and hit the ground running. You know what I mean?
Right.
We had so many high hopes for guys like Sean Bradley, Kayvon Wallace out of Clemson, guys that we thought were going to be gems. And it turns out our 6th round pick in Quez Watkins is probably the best guy we drafted in a few years. So it's like, we haven't hit, you guys have hit. I feel like we're hitting lately, and we're signing key free agents. See, we don't have no problem spending no money.
Yeah.
We do not have a problem spending no money, but at the same time, Howie Roseman finds money out of nowhere, Tuck. So, having a good GM can also get you in a position that we in now. So
we ain't got no GM, bro. We ain't got no GM, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got the owner's son, and he does everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's the crazy part about it. But yeah, and I be honest with y'all, I asked for this. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are like, oh, the Eagles got better, the Giants got better, because I feel like it really allowed the Cowboys to be complacent. You know what I'm saying? And not have to make these moves because they took the division for granted. You know what I'm saying? They feel like we got the better quarterback, so we can kind of, find these bottom of the barrel guys. And if it works out, we still going to be competitive. Like, as long as Dak Prescott is standing up, we going to be in the conversation. Now, whether we win it or not, you know what I'm saying? 7 wins, 8 wins, 9 wins, we'll be in the thick of things. But I feel like what's starting to happen is y'all are getting better. Giants had a great draft. I love the Giants draft. And you have Washington kind of floating around. The better the division is, it's going to force the Cowboys' hand. And like I said, we could see a situation that kind of repeats the Dez Bryant situation, where we come out there, offense ain't moving the ball. We kind of have some things kind of slow motion. They're like, all right, we got to go get somebody. as far as a wide receiver is concerned to add him with CeeDee Lamb, especially if Michael Gallup's progress is kind of delayed a little bit. So, it's going to be interesting to see how the season plays out, man. But I think that as far as y'all winning by 5 games, ain't no way, bro.
Probably not. That's probably unrealistic, but I do believe we're going to have a better record than the Dallas Cowboys this year. So I think we're going to win the division this year.
Well, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I can see that because, like I said, I was on, shout out to my guy, JC Sports Talk. Like I said that way back in February I was like, no one has consistently won the division. So if you told me to go to Vegas and bet the Cowboys or the field, I'm just betting the field because no one's won it in back-to-back seasons. But I still feel like the Dallas Cowboys have the best roster and the best quarterback in the NFC East, which should make them
the best roster. Y'all got the best quarterback. I mean, y'all got the best quarterback, not the best roster. That's cap. You're not going to give it to us, and I'm glad. We're going to earn it. We're going to beat up on a lot of these teams this year.
I take that back. Y'all are the favorites. I take that back. Y'all are the favorites in the NFC East. Everyone should be picking y'all to win, rightfully so. What's his name? Peter King.
Sure right.
Peter King put y'all on his power. So have at it. Now, I know there was a tweet sent out how y'all done when y'all were the favorites. Y'all, like you said, y'all don't fare out too well with that pressure. But that's how it is when you represent the star, man. We always got pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we always got that pressure, and every team gets up to play us. We don't get those sleeper games. You know what I'm saying? Everyone comes out ready to play, ready to win because of the allure of the Dallas Cowboys. And we got clipped last year from the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happened.
I don't like this many primetime games. If we're being honest, now,
I like y'all like them. You know what I'm saying? You like them.
No. Let me clear it up. Let me clear it up, Tuck. I like primetime games. I cannot wait for Thursday night football. Every Thursday, I'm watching. I don't care who's playing. It could be the Jaguars versus the Jaguars. 2 trash teams. I'm going to watch it. I like Sunday night football. I like Monday night football. To know that we're going to be on these things 5 times this year, I don't think I've ever seen a season like that. We were just on this many primetime games. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of nerve-wracking because now
first,
everybody's
be
watching.
The first to say welcome to the cool table. You know what I'm saying? It's not as bad. Now, one of y'all primetime games, I don't know how the hell y'all got it. I think there was just nothing going on that week because that Eagles-Houston Texans game, I'm like, why is that a primetime game? But, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, yeah. So last year when I had my guy Philly Mike on, I tried to explain this because we don't play at noon much. You know what I'm saying? Me as a Cowboys fan, I don't do noon games. Them JV noon games, we don't do those. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't understand the difference. And I'm like, yo, noon games are locally televised games. Then there's the 3 o'clock slot, which is the nationally televised. And then you got prime time, man. So y'all prime time now, man. So congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Everybody So what happens when you play prime time? Let me kind of give you some insight. Everybody on Twitter's watching. Everybody got something to say about what's going on with your game. You know what I'm saying? You'll have Bills fans chirping at you.
You don't even need cable to watch your primetime game now. Right. All you need is NBC. That's like a regular news channel. Yeah. The Thursday night games you can stream on Amazon now.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just Sunday night. That's also, you don't need cable. So it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Listen, we want the challenge. We up for the challenge. The 12 wins for the Eagles this year, man. It's going to be a 12-win season, man. You could save this. You could play it. It's going to be 12 wins, man.
Got you at 12. I got you. I don't know, man. I got to look. Because now you kind of got me looking at y'all a little different because you talk about your rookie class might not be starting. So I expected Jordan Davis out the gate and Kobe Dean out the gate.
Well, that's just how I feel. We won't know until we win.
We'll see how things shape out a little bit. I think I think Jordan Davis is an instant starter. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to start.
But over who, though?
I don't know, but I just think it's gonna make sense. I don't see him being a rotational guy, bro.
No, that's how we are, though. We rotate these guys. We've been doing that.
Yeah, man.
He was a rotational guy in Georgia, wasn't he?
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's not a 3-down guy. You know what I'm saying? But like first down, second, like he's gonna be out there, like heavily. You know what I'm saying? Like heavily involved in first and second down. But Nakobe Dean, I think he's gonna be y'all starting middle linebacker. So we'll see about that.
Look at this dude. Who does do? What's his name? Wes Rick 5 rings. Y'all running around here with 5 rings in y'all title. Come on, man.
I mean 5, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just Don hat. Got the 5 on it. I got 5.
I feel you though, but YouTube wasn't even invented last time y'all got that joint.
Nobody care about that, bro. Didn't I send you the link? I sent you the link.
Tuck, I swear, Tuck, the link ain't work, Tuck.
No, the link worked, bro. Because you posted a screenshot. You posted a screenshot, bro. I know that link worked, bro. You can watch it, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's what Eagles fans got to understand, man. I
actually watched like 20 minutes of it.
It was exciting, wasn't it? Electrifying.
I like old football games. I like to see how they used to hit and stuff like that.
That's history. That's history, bro. And like I said, what Eagles fans have to understand, right? When I do these shows with like Giants fans, salute to my guy Pest, Steffi Smalls, the conversation is different because I can't talk legacy to them. They got it too. I can't talk dynasty to them. They got it too. I can't talk rings. They got it too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a different conversation. It's a more of a mutual respect when we talk to Giants fans. Washington fans, I just found a Washington content creator the other day, so I don't really talk to them. But it's like with y'all, I get it. Y'all want to be a part of the conversation, so it's like
we don't want to be. We are a part of it. We're a part of it now. We're a part of it now, Tuck.
Y'all not a part of the conversation,
How,
bro.
Okay, Tuck.
And I'll say this because maybe I need to clarify this. I don't view the Eagles as our rivals.
I mean, you shouldn't. The division has. Listen. The Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team, or the Commanders, they have been the reason why we have been dubbed the NFC least. Think about it. The Cowboys and Washington are the reason we're the NFC least. It's only like 6 teams that ain't been to a conference game in the last 25 years.
Hold on,
and
bro.
2 of them in our division.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
2 of them in our division.
Us in Washington is the reason.
Are the reason we the NFC least. But nobody talking to us like that when McNabb was around here. Nobody ain't call us that.
But that's gone, bro. That's gone.
Right. But that's a string of winning. What were y'all doing? What were y'all doing the whole time,
bro? We have the 10th highest winning percentage in the NFL since the year 2000. We not them. We not Washington. Y'all at 7th. We at 10th.
So is us in Washington. That's what you're trying to say.
I mean, honestly, bro. I mean, because if you're looking at it, if Washington got more titles than y'all, Giants got more titles than y'all.
Facts.
But y'all have the most appearances. Y'all have the most cracks at the bat to win the Super Bowl. Y'all been around the longest since 1933. You know what I mean? Explain it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all have had more opportunity than everyone in the division, but have done nothing with it.
I can't say we ain't do nothing with it. I can't say we. Listen, we all know it's hard to win a Super Bowl. The only thing you can do to win a Super Bowl is give yourself a chance.
Right.
And you got to have them playoff runs. That's the chance. It's the playoff runs. You got to consistently be good enough to be in the tournament and win some games in the tournament. If you're not going to the playoffs, and if you are not winning playoff games, you are a D-level team in this league. That's and people just don't want to admit that. You could be great. You could be good in the regular season all you want. We could talk about the high win percentage, but if you go into the postseason and not advancing, it's just sad.
But you're advancing not to the, because I mean look at I'm not sure if you can even see it, bro. Look at it. Since 2000.
No, I can't see it.
29 playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
You have been in the conference championship 8 times.
Right.
That's it, and you won it twice.
Mm-hmm.
And
how many times y'all been in?
Zero. It's on the screen. You'll see it in the
playback.
So
who had more of a chance?
But what I'm saying as a
Cowboy, who got more done in the last 20 years?
You've had more of the chance, and you've done nothing with. That's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? We've been to 2 Super Bowls
and
in that time span.
You won once.
You haven't even been to the NFC Championship game.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. If that was me, we flip the sides. It's me. We have 29 playoff appearances, 8 conference championships appearances, only won it twice, won the Super Bowl twice, only 1 ring. I'm not proud off of that. That's no different than what we've already done. That doesn't excite me, bro.
That's not different. That's not different than not even going to an NFC Championship game.
Because we're still not winning, bro. If we go,
how are you not winning? You just said we won a Super Bowl.
If we go to the NFC Championship game this year and we lose, Mike McCarthy's fired, bro.
If y'all go to the NFC Championship game and lose, McCarthy's fired.
He's fired.
No, he not. No, he not. I guarantee you, he not.
He is too, bro.
He would have done what nobody else has done in 26 years.
Trust me, I dropped the whole video on that. Everyone's like, no, he has to go. He has to go. He has to go.
If he's fired, then y'all already just want Sean Payton.
I mean, that's the case.
He's not fired. He's not fired if you get y'all to the NFC Championship.
But I'm saying though, I get it. You've had the recent playoff success, but to say that's translated to titles and champ, with the amount of playoff success that you have, you should be constantly in the Super Bowl a lot more than 2 times.
Playoff. Now that's unfair because even the playoff success is hard to do, which is why you guys haven't done it. The playoff success is why Andy Reid has talked about how he was before he even won a championship.
That's what I'm saying. Andy Reid didn't officially become what he needed until he won it all, bro. So it means
that's
nothing.
not true. That's not true. Andy Reid was
if Andy Reid never won a Super Bowl, bro, he would be thought of as an underachiever.
If he never won one, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But when Andy Reid went to Kansas City, he was already a top 3 coach. He was already regarded as a top 3 coach. Sean Payton only won 1 ring.
Exactly, bro.
Only won 1 ring. Drew Brees only won 1 ring.
You got to win it all, bro. No one cares. No one amounts Dan Marino's playoff success. No one adds up playoff success, bro.
Because he didn't win anything.
Did you not win a Super Bowl?
Did you see what happened in 2017? Why did you ask me that?
Like, you won that.
Do you want me to pull it down for you?
No,
it's up there.
I seen him.
We did it.
My first Super Bowl trophy. So I seen him enough.
We did it. We did it. And now we just a squirrel looking for the next one.
So literally,
like everybody else.
So that becomes saying that is the difference between the measuring stick and standard for you guys and us. I'm not beating my chest if we got
your standard. That's you personally. Your fan base is standard.
I'm talking about for the Cowboys, bro. It's winning a Super Bowl or nothing else matters. Nothing else matters, bro.
Well, y'all doing something wrong then. Yeah, if that's what y'all are eating and breathing, and y'all not even getting to conference championship games. This is why I look at the Cowboys the way I look at them. It's just jokes. You know what I mean? You can't live off that long of a history, man. You got to come to the realization of what are we today? What are you guys today? And what are the Eagles today? Today the Eagles are a team. The Eagles are a team, Tuck, that's getting their fans excited. They making moves. They creating buzz. They doing what it takes to get to a Super Bowl. Signing free agents, having good drafts. What are the Dallas Cowboys doing to win? What are your plans? What is the roadmap for you guys to win in the Super Bowl?
Well, so honestly, so stop right there. So that's exactly what it is. The Cowboys have done enough to win the division and win a playoff game or two. And that's why Cowboys fans are frustrated right now because we're not going all in to win a Super Bowl.
Tuck, I guarantee you. Listen.
We've done enough to win a division. If we want to win a division and win a playoff game, we've done enough. We cool with that.
Y'all don't win playoff games, Tuck.
We can. So if we win the division again and we win the wild card and then we lose in the divisional, congrats. We did it. We progressed. That was a better season than last year. We excited about that?
Yeah. No. It was a better season than last year, though.
No.
It wasn't a better season than last year if you won a playoff game.
No, I'm still pissed off because one, I paid more money for 2 games versus 1. I'm saying, nah, bro, I'm not excited about that.
But it's a better season than last year. Advancing in the playoffs this year, if you guys were to advance, it's better than losing to Jimmy G and having your fans crying at home. So that's a better season.
The same thing what happened, bro. We did it in 2018 when we beat Russell Wilson and then we lost to Jared Goff and the Rams. We wasn't happy at how that season ended. Congrats. Nah.
Tuck, y'all were happy about winning that playoff game. Y'all don't win playoff games.
We were happy about winning the playoff game, but we wasn't satisfied at how the season ended.
Of course, nobody is unless you win it all. But
that's what I'm saying. Nobody.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying, bro.
Okay. We can. I guess we can. Whatever. We can agree to disagree on this one.
Right.
But I firmly believe that if you are not winning playoff, I firmly believe that you guys got to step into reality, man. You got to get out of 96, man. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys don't win playoff games. Y'all don't win championships. Y'all don't go to conference championships. Y'all just front runners. Y'all just talk. Y'all talk. Y'all don't even have the heart to win that. Wow, y'all don't know what it feels like to start the season.
Nah, bro.
2-4 and scrap for a wild card. Y'all don't even fight. If it ain't given to y'all, if y'all not front runners, y'all do not excel.
If the numbers was reversed, you would come on here and say Dallas hasn't done anything because all y'all do is get in the playoffs and you choke. You choke. You know what I'm saying?
No, I wouldn't be able to say that.
Because that's how the Chiefs were. The Chiefs, that was how they were. Chiefs could never get to the Super Bowl. Every time they got to the big game, they would choke. Nobody gave the Chiefs credit for winning a division and a wild card here and there. Can you get to the big game and can you win it, bro? That's all that matters.
But the Chiefs are going to be respected and feared for the next 3 years, no matter how far they go, because they got Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
But ultimately, what did they do? They won a Super Bowl, went right back, and they went back to an AFC Championship game. So they're showing consistency at playing at a higher level versus winning a playoff game here and there, a wild card game. Wild card games don't give us no credit, bro. You know that. You know.
I agree. I agree. You don't. A playoff win is a playoff win, though. That's what it takes. That's what it takes.
But I'm saying
wild card teams have won Super Bowls.
Not for us. It's different from us, bro. We would get zero credit if we did exactly what y'all did. Zero.
That's sad. I mean, that's sad.
And maybe it's just part of the standard and the spotlight that we put on ourselves. But no one, if we got to the Super Bowl, or let's say we got to the NFC Championship and we got dog walked by Tom Brady, what are you gonna come on this channel and say? Y'all couldn't beat the GOAT. Y'all lost to Tom Brady once again. Y'all couldn't get to the big game. We got to the big game. I know how your videos go. You know what I'm saying?
if y'all have got dog walked in the playoffs by Tom Brady we did.
If we go through this season, we get to the NFC Championship game, get dog walked by Tom Brady. That's what you gonna say, ain't it? Y'all
No. So one of the main things I say about y'all is that y'all haven't been to an NFC Championship game in 26 years or something like that. Right. So if you get to an NFC Championship game, Tuck, I can't say that no more. Okay. Now I just got to stick to you ain't win a Super Bowl. Okay. If you win a Super Bowl, it's nothing I will be able to say but congratulations.
Of course, if you win a Super Bowl, is nothing you can say. Right. All right. So to prove that we are worthy, we just got to get to an NFC Championship game.
No, you just got to be consistent at winning in the playoffs. You guys, you just ain't built like that. You ain't built for consistency. You know, the Chiefs are talked about how they're talked about for the same reasons you just named. They are consistent threats every year. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all go 8-8.
Just now. That just happened under Mahomes.
What was like the last 3 years?
The Mahomes era, yeah. I mean, 'cause they were a little bit consistent, you know, with Alex Smith, but it really turned up another level with Pat Mahomes.
Well, yeah, anytime you go to back-to-back Super Bowls, you're consistent.
That's what I'm saying. So they earned themselves at that table, but it was 50 years before they won a Super Bowl, bro. 50 years.
Facts.
I was there when they went.
I agree. I agree. And when the Bills was doing their thing, going to back-to-back Super Bowls, that was consistency, but they didn't get it done. But what are they still remembered for? For going back. The guys went to the Hall of Fame and never won a Super Bowl just by playing in that many Super Bowls for the Bills. So it's like consistent winning gives the fans something to cheer for. You guys are making people cry right now. And then I needed to stay that way.
Man, who's crying?
Your whole fan base.
About what?
About losing. You ain't see the pictures?
So y'all ain't got no pictures of crying?
No, we don't do none of that. You gotta pull that up. We don't make girls cry at the stadium.
Okay.
We'll make girls cry.
Okay,
you gotta pull that up.
Hold on. Let me. Oh, I got you, bro. I got you. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this real quick. Hold on. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to clarify because you said that Eagles fans don't cry. Hold on, bro.
And this is a crazy misconception. This is a narrative that y'all paying. Getting to the NFC Championship game and not going to the losing in the NFC Championship round is not a failed season. It's not a failed season. You just didn't go all the way. Okay. You know, you got to understand. Only 2 teams can play in that game. It's not a failed season. You guys are trying to water down. You're trying to water down the milestones of success. You can't wake up week 1 and say that week 2 we in the Super Bowl. No, you got to perform during that regular season, have a good enough record to get to the postseason. You have to advance in the postseason. You have to win your championship game. Then you have to win the Super Bowl. That is the process for winning the Super Bowl. You just can't lose in the first round and say, well, if we ain't do, you got to complete the whole objective. You know what I mean? So, success comes with making the tournament. That's the landmark. Winning your division. When I used to play football in the locker room, it was check marks. So listen, we're going to win this. We're going to win this. We're going to do this. And we're going to end up here. Right. You know what I mean? If you don't complete all those checks, man, you ain't going to get to the last destination.
You didn't complete all the checks. You still have a box that's completely unchecked.
Right. You're right. And for the last 25 years, the Dallas Cowboys have a bunch of unchecked boxes. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
So do y'all. So we have 2 boxes unchecked. Y'all have 1.
At the end of the day, y'all run the risk of a lot more franchises catching y'all in the Super Bowl department if you keep performing like this.
And that's the point, bro. 26 years. 26 years.
The Giants are 1 good season away for tying it up.
26 years. Why hasn't no one caught us?
The Patriots passed y'all.
The Patriots, Steelers, and us.
Didn't the Steelers catch y'all too?
No, Steelers are ahead of us.
They passed y'all then.
Nah,
They passed y'all in them 26 years. They didn't win 2 with Ben. That means they passed y'all.
Yes, I think it's this Patriots and Steelers and then us. I'm talking about for y'all though, because y'all got the most playoff experience.
It's gonna take us. Listen. It's gonna take us a while. We're not gonna act like. Yeah, we're not gonna act like we're gonna win 4 Super Bowls in a row. We're gonna be realistic about this. But other teams are gonna pass y'all before we even get to our 3rd Super Bowl. Probably.
Who are these teams?
Who got 4? San Fran, don't they got 4?
I'm sorry.
Don't the Giants got 4?
I'm looking at all these crying Eagles fans, man. I'm looking at all these crying Eagles fans. So many of them, like I'm saying, Eagles fans don't cry, bro. But it is. Y'all know y'all cry, bro. Y'all cry. Y'all throw batteries. Y'all eat horse. Y'all do some crazy stuff, bro. So don't even put that
ain't
on.
Crying. Huh? That ain't crying. Throwing batteries is not crying.
What about shooting your TV?
Somebody shot it, like with a gun.
Yeah.
That ain't crying.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, they corrected me. They saying 27 years.
27 years, and y'all 27 years. Y'all have 29 playoff appearances and 1 ring.
A lot of failure on our point.
Boom.
A lot of failure on our point.
That's it. That is
a lot of failure on our point. That is
it. Boom. That's it.
Pause.
Okay. A lot of failure.
But I can admit it. Okay. I can admit it though.
I'm not admitting it. I'm not saying we had playoff success. That is a problem. But
use the word I just used. Use the word I just used. You guys have been failures for 27 years. Right. You guys have been failures.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So, I mean, it is what it is. Listen,
Frank, talk like with the Patriots or something like that, bro.
But y'all do though. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Nah.
Y'all talk like y'all them top guys. Y'all gotta get in tune with today's world.
We are the top guys, bro. Because you just now getting the prime time.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. Because
y'all didn't even deserve prime time. Y'all didn't deserve prime time the last 20 years.
We created prime time. We created prime time, bro.
Facts.
We created prime time. So it's like
y'all created something y'all don't even deserve.
It is. It's just us, bro. And that's why I keep trying to say about the dynasty. It was built off the 90s, and we're just seeing everything kind of just transpire, which as a Cowboys fan, we get frustrated with our players. Like they living off the Cowboys' success from the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the house that they built. Emmett, Michael, you know what I'm saying? Troy, Jimmy, like that's the house that they built. They living off of that. So yeah, they got to add some more stuff to the resume, but don't act like we've been failures and y'all just been extremely successful. That hasn't been the case. We've both been failures the last 22 seasons.
We've been far more successful than y'all. I'm not letting the Dallas Cowboys do that. Going to back-to-back championship games. Yeah, you didn't complete the objective, but that's way better than going 8-8. That's way better than going 8-8. Having home playoff games, that means something, dog. That means something. Winning playoff games means something. In y'all world, it don't, because y'all don't do it. Y'all trying to move the goalposts, but that means something to organizations out here. The Bengals just broke their streak. They haven't won the playoff game in damn near 29 years until this season. That means something, because if you can win a playoff game, you could potentially get hot enough to win the whole thing. Look at Eli Manning. Joe Burrow won a playoff game, ended up in the Super Bowl. If you can win in the playoffs, you could potentially make something crazy happen. Nick Foles, a backup quarterback, won the Super Bowl because he caught fire in the postseason.
Right.
When are y'all going to catch fire in the postseason?
It can happen. Look how long it took y'all to catch fire in the postseason.
We've been catching fire in the postseason. We just ain't go all the way.
Yo, my guy Big Ray, salute to the super chat, man. Says LB is too young to know Tuck. I'm 47. Those Super Bowls are like drugs. Won't nothing else satisfy. Yeah, man. Like it's
I'm too young.
It's Super Bowls or bust, bro. Like that's the only thing that matters, bro. And I think that's the difference.
You can't say that. You can't say a Super Bowl or bust though, Tuck, because everybody not ready to win a Super Bowl. Y'all have had a lot of rosters ready to win Super Bowls with Romo and with Dak.
Right. And so that was the standard.
Okay, that was the standard. Since you had these great rosters, that's the standard. Like the standard for us right now is a playoff run.
Right. You want a playoff
That's
run.
the standard.
So you want a playoff
It's
run.
the same thing. It's the same thing.
Divisional. I could care less about a playoff run. I want a Super Bowl. That's it. That's all that matters. I don't care.
But you can't. But
I don't care about. I know you got to go to the playoffs.
Thank you.
To get there.
You can't have one without the other.
Like I said, if we go through this season and we win divisional, wild card, win the division, go to NFC, and we lose, I'm still just as pissed as I was last year.
A lot of your fan base not. It's just you because of your fandom. That's fine. A lot of y'all happy.
Just like me right now. Like I said, I'm a Mavericks fan. If we get sent home,
happy. You know what? You'll be happy. You'll be happy if y'all got to the NFC Championship game and lost.
I will not, bro.
You'll be damn happy.
I will not, bro, because that honestly that means that I spent more money on to get sent home. That's you know what I'm saying. That's the bigger L than everything, bro.
How many playoff games you been to in the last 20 years? All of the ones, the three, right?
2.
Okay, and you know it's a different atmosphere than going to a regular season game, obviously. Oh my God.
No, I'm.
You know what? Probably not for y'all.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Not
probably not for y'all.
We're a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Probably not for y'all.
The game versus
which is wild.
The game versus the 49ers was no different than the game opening season versus Tampa.
People cried when y'all lost. Nobody cried when y'all lost to Tampa. That was hella different.
Nah, I'm talking about the atmosphere, bro.
People cried. It was like a funeral.
People
in the last 2 minutes.
So nobody cried when y'all lost.
Y'all were y'all were happy that y'all lost to Tampa. It was a shootout.
No,
what?
Bro, we was not happy we lost to Tampa. I'll tell you that, bro. Because me and my guy Slow Flow, shout to Slow Flow, we sat in that stadium. It's the security said, "All right, man, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go." You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, we weren't happy we lost to Tampa because I felt like we was a better team that game. Be honest with you.
Yeah, so y'all was happy y'all lost to Tampa. That's one game that I could remember.
Nah.
Y'all was happy when Romo had a shootout. I think it was with Peyton Manning. I think y'all both put up 50.
And he threw the interception in the fourth quarter. I wasn't happy about that, bro. Why would I be happy to be competitive with somebody? That
I have no idea. Listen, I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
The fan base was happy. Nah. It was a shootout, fantastic game.
Nah.
Y'all was happy as hell that y'all was competitive with Peyton Manning.
Nah.
Like y'all have low. You might not have Tuck and a lot of the content creators on YouTube, but the bar has been lowered by you guys not winning in a very long time. The bar has been lowered for you guys.
Well,
you want to still set your expectations like you guys are top dogs still, but it's lower for you guys, bro. You guys will be ecstatic for a 2 playoff win season. You'll be ecstatic for it.
And y'all will be ecstatic if y'all beat the Cowboys on week 6, wouldn't y'all?
I mean, we ended y'all season 2019. When the last time y'all ended ours?
In 2020.
When y'all end our season?
With Andy Dalton.
The season was already over. We had a 4-win season.
No, because I got the video. I just watched it a second ago. Y'all were still in contention going to that game. We knocked y'all officially out playoff contention with Andy Dalton.
Tuck, the division came down to 1 game in 2019.
And we knocked, we were all still, because remember, the Cowboys still had an opportunity because we beat the Giants. We were still in playoff contention until that game.
Are you talking about when the division winner was a 7-win team?
Right. We ended y'all season. We ended y'all season, 2020.
I guess.
You
I'm talking about
asked me a
2019.
question, I answered it, bro.
I'm talking about 2019. You had the mighty Dak Prescott. All the chips was on the table. Carson Wentz, no wide receiver with 500-yard passing yards. Y'all had Amari Cooper. Y'all had Ezekiel Elliott. And y'all didn't even score a touchdown on us in 2019 with all the chips on the table.
Yeah, but Dak had the
Nobody really fear y'all. Nobody really fear y'all when it's really, really time to put in work. That's the main point that I'm trying to make. When it's really, really time to get down to business, y'all are excellent in regular season. But when it's time to get down to business and when it's time to kick ass and take names, nobody fears Dallas.
How do you get to the playoffs? You got to have a good regular season. So it's like your Super Bowl. It's like your playoff victories to get to the Super Bowl, right? You got to cross that first bridge and check that first box, right?
Facts. But when it's time to handle, when it is time to handle business, when the season is on the line, the Dallas Cowboys have been folding the last 20 years. Folding, bro.
What do you mean?
And that's just the reality of it, huh?
What do you mean when the season's on the line? You mean
when it's time to win a playoff game, or when it's time to put a string of wins together to get into the playoffs. Y'all don't complete objectives like that. If y'all not front runners, y'all don't get it done. Look at the records. Look at the records the last 20 years.
I did post the record. I posted the record versus y'all. It's 22-23. Y'all haven't
I'm talking. It's not just us though. We're not the deciding factor if you guys are going to go anywhere. We only play each other twice.
Right.
in the grand scheme of things, whoever's on your schedule the last 20 years, when it's time for the Dallas Cowboys to put in work, y'all been falling real short. And I need y'all to start acting like it and start talking like it. That's all.
And y'all don't.
That's my wish.
Y'all don't.
We've been better than y'all the last 20 years. We've been better than y'all the last 5 years.
In the playoffs.
We've been better than y'all the last 5 years.
In the playoffs. No, not the last 4 though.
Not in the last 4.
Not the last 4.
Because you want to exclude the Super Bowl season, not in the last 4.
I mean, because y'all like to do windows that suit y'all narrative. So look at the last 4, right?
How many playoff games y'all won in the last 4?
We 1-3. Y'all 1-4.
Y'all 1-3.
Yeah.
That was in the last 4 years.
Yeah, 1-3.
So y'all been better than us. Y'all won more playoff games.
We 6-2 versus y'all.
Y'all haven't won more playoff games than us. So no, y'all haven't been better than us.
So all right.
Y'all haven't been better than us. Nick Foles won a playoff game. And what was that? 2018. Beat the number 1 seed Bears. So we both got one playoff win.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I mean,
we got 2 division titles though. Yeah, you like division titles, right? That matters, right?
One.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all won, right?
Listen. I mean, it matters. It matters.
Right.
Winning your division matters. Winning playoff games matters. You know what I mean? Listen, y'all competitive, man. Y'all listen. Y'all don't see us as a rival. That's fine. But we know we got to get up to play y'all. If y'all acting like y'all don't got to get up to play us, come on. You're gonna wake up this season. You're gonna wake up this season.
But here's the thing, bro. Beating y'all does nothing for us. They don't give us credit.
This year they will.
They don't give us credit. We beat y'all.
This year they will.
We beat y'all last year. People say, well, the Cowboys didn't beat a playoff team. We say, what about the Eagles? They don't count. How my guy Boss Cowboy, they were on the show on a round table the other night. Eagles content creators were saying the Cowboys ain't beat nobody. That's discounting themselves.
I wouldn't say that though, because the Chargers actually was really competitive,
and also the Patriots.
The Patriots were really competitive.
Exactly.
That might be the only 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be the only 2 because honestly,
you kind of toss
the division ain't really nothing to write home about.
You can kind of toss
it is what it is.
You can kind of toss the Saints in there. Saints were they had defense, but it's what I'm saying. But as a Cowboys fan, if y'all come out and y'all smoke us and y'all sweep us, I can't come out and say the Eagles ain't beat nobody when they beat us, right? If we sweep y'all might as well just go into hiding. But I'm saying I can't come out and say the Eagles ain't beat nobody though. They ain't beat a real team. Because what's that saying about my team? So when y'all say that last year that the Cowboys ain't beat nobody and we swept y'all, what was y'all saying about yourselves?
We wasn't really that good last year though. If you think about it, we were a wild card team. But I'm not one of those guys that's going to say y'all didn't beat anybody. Listen, y'all, how many games y'all won last year?
We had
like 12 games, right?
Yeah, 12
games. I mean, y'all were one of the best teams in the league in the regular season last year. So y'all beat who y'all. Listen, you only could beat who on the schedule.
Right.
We both played. Did we both play the Chiefs?
Yeah.
We both played the Chiefs. We both played Tampa. We both lost to a lot of good teams, but y'all handled business against guys that y'all were better than. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't give a damn if we go undefeated. Aaron Rodgers the only elite quarterback. If we mop the floor with everybody else, it's not our problem. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You only could be so I don't agree with opinions like that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. But we'll see, man. We'll see, my guy. But hey, bro, I appreciate you for coming on, man. This is, like I said, everyone's been coming on. Everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate all the donations, all the viewers, man. The chat's been going crazy. Y'all can see the ticker below, man. I can't even keep up with all the questions, man. But so we definitely got to do it again, especially as we get closer to the season, because that's when we'll kind of know what's really going on, man.
No, around week 6, we definitely got to do it.
And like I said, the nerve of Cowboys and Eagles fans. I haven't seen so many Cowboys and Eagles roundtables. We act like the Giants and the Washington team don't even exist, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad, so I'm gonna try to do something with some Washington people. You know what I'm saying? Bring them on, but I ain't got nothing to say because Washington like y'all little brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all was chanting "We want Dallas" in unison last year at the stadium and holding hands and kumbaya and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Y'all was wearing T-shirts, beat Dallas because it meant so much to y'all. I get
that's
it.
That's not what it is. What it is with that though, Tuck. We ain't gonna take too much time on this. It's that we know that y'all are a good football team though. We're not gonna act like y'all not a talented football team, and y'all in our division, and we welcome them type of challenges.
Right.
But this what the NFL want to see from Dallas. We want y'all to put on a "We Want Brady" shirt week 6. Y'all not like that. Y'all not cut like that though. Y'all know y'all gonna lose week 1.
We had Sauce Kansas last year.
Y'all know y'all gonna lose week 1. Y'all not gonna dare beat y'all chest and say we want to go. That's the shit we do. Leave that to us.
Yeah, but then y'all lose.
Leave that to us. What you mean? We beat him in the Super Bowl. What you talking about?
I'm saying y'all didn't
we
wear
beat
no.
him in the Super Bowl.
Y'all didn't wear no "We Want to Go" shirts last year.
We beat him in the Super Bowl.
But y'all didn't wear
so,
no.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, why y'all make shirts for us but not for Tom Brady?
We beat him already in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, all right.
We beat him in the Super Bowl.
But we this mediocre team ain't done nothing in 27 years. Why y'all making T-shirts for us?
Listen, y'all front runners in the division. We want that spot.
Okay, yeah, y'all want our spot, bro. That's
like want that spot.
The moves that y'all made are to keep up with us. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand it, bro. But like I said, we gonna sort everything out. I appreciate you for coming on.
Facts.
Once again, bro, let everybody know where they can find you.
Please subscribe if you get a chance, man. Just type in Lord Brunson on YouTube. We talking Eagles content 24/7 at Lord_Brunson on all social media platforms. Twitter, we got like 17,000 on Twitter. So yeah, tap in. I'm real active on Twitter. So yeah.
Yeah, man, definitely give my guy a follow. Even if you a Cowboys fan, just follow him and just troll him, man. Because all these Eagles fans, they come over my channel, they be trolling me, man. So go over to this channel and troll him, because he gonna slip up, man. He gonna get a little excited. You know what I'm saying? They got the little 2-0 start, man. He gonna be talking real reckless, man. So
Law, I think I just seen Law on here somewhere.
My guy Law, salute to Law Nation, man. The OG in the building, man. So we definitely gotta do it again, man. For those who are seeing me for the first time, you can find me on all social media platforms. JTuck151. CFO Sports. Smash that like, smash that subscribe. Also, you can catch me every Sunday on 810 Radio WHB here in Kansas City, ESPN, with my guy Darren Smith. I'm starting to stream that live, so salute to everyone tuned in for that show, man. And we just dropping content. So if y'all want to know a lot about these draft players coming up, we do a lot of draft content and everything, but it's going to be a fun conversation, man. Like I said, we're going to sell it out. We're not going to make no bet yet because, Joe from Philly the podcast and Philly Mike, they still got to put on some Cowboys gear for me. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait. Before we go, Law still in here. Before we got Bradbury, we made a couple moves. Law talk about some better jersey. Hey, Law, bet that jersey now, Law. I'll take that bet, Law.
Hey, I gotta see what we doing first before I start betting some jerseys, man. But yeah, Mike and Joe, man, they still gotta owe me those. They put them jerseys on. My guy Philly knows he got out the way quick. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even let me ask or anything, man. He just went ahead and put the jersey on, got to work, man, got out the way, man. Salute to Philly Notion, man. But like I said, real talk, even though you root for the wrong team, bro, I appreciate you. Keep doing all the incredible work, man. We'll definitely run it back. Salute to everybody in the chat. And like I said, we going to see who run the East, but I guarantee it's going to be the Cowboys, man. So
Facts. And Eagles Nation, y'all still in the building. Make sure y'all sub Tuck up, man. Tuck a real one, man.
Appreciate it, man. Likewise, Cowboys Nation. Go over, like I said, even if you don't want to, but you always got to pay attention to what your opponents are doing. Like I said, we'll always, respect our opponents, but we'll never fear our opponent. You know what I'm saying? So when we get to game time, it just is what it is. Now, I did call it that 40 burger that first time because, like I said, I had a close game that first game. When I was out there in Dallas, man, y'all Eagles fans was jumping on my table, you know what I'm saying, while I was trying to eat dinner and stuff, bro. And I just wasn't having it. Bro. And so I called a 40 burger. I called Jack up, like, nah, sweep the leg, and they did that. So we'll see, man. It's going to be a fun game. And, man, I might come out there to Philly, man. I just got to do some research about how I can turn it to a vacation. So we'll see what's up, man.
Yeah. Listen, I got some spots. It depends on whatever you want to do. Ain't no beach, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, ain't no beach, no margaritas, man. That kind of ain't my thing, man. But we'll definitely talk, my guy. But hey, everyone, I appreciate everyone. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed. I know a lot is going on right now, man. Just kind of take care of yourself. Appreciate your family, cherish your loved ones. Like I said, we were going to do this last night, but we just kind of talking to them. We men, we fathers. We just couldn't do it. But we appreciate everyone for being patient with us, allowing us to get this off, man. And we're going to do it again, man. We're going to talk about on week 6, man. So appreciate everyone. Everyone have a good night. Peace.